Oh boy. Uh yo. What's up? What's really good? Yeah. Oh boy. It's Friday, my people. It's Friday. And you want to know what? I don't want to say I was living under a rock today because I wasn't. I have a lot of stuff going on. Getting ready for this parade for London tomorrow. Hold on, let me turn this damn light off. Yeah, this light got to go. Okay. But yeah, I had everything going on with this parade with London, which is tomorrow. And then not to mention that I don't feel that hot. Hey. Yes, happy Friday. Happy Friday. But I totally forgot. I thought about it earlier in the day, but when I came home, I totally forgot about Diddy. So that will be one of the topics of conversation that we definitely have. Take that. Ha. Take them 4+ years, my boy. And to me, that's lucky. That's lucky. You know, that is, to me, that's lucky. But I guess after everything is all said and done, he will have served like over 5 years. Well, I mean, can't stop, won't stop. So you know what it is. But how's everybody doing? I'm trying to get my energy back up, honestly, because I just cooked myself dinner. And it was very, very good. And now the itis is kicking in. I did. I cooked dinner. It was very good. I made me a chicken and shrimp basket with a salad. And now the itis is kicking in. Ain't that a buh? It is. But anyway, we have a show for you today. It is Friday, October 3rd, 2025. We are in October. It is the fall. And let's get it. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we will quickly go over Thursday night football. Also, I will make my predictions for this Sunday's game. And then we are going to have some relationship talk. Yeah, we're going to have some relationship talk. One of my homeboy, P-Dot, he wants to come back on. I would like some female interaction from the chat, from the ladies in the chat. When we have our relationship talk, if we're saying something that you agree or disagree with, please join in. You don't have to necessarily be on the show unless you absolutely want to. I would love to have you on the show, anybody on the show. But definitely want feedback. And also talk about, I don't know what's going on with Nicki Minaj, but it's like Nicki Minaj's Cardi B's album, which just dropped last week, has doing great numbers. I've listened to most of it and I fuck with it. I love Cardi B's new album. And for whatever reason, Nicki Minaj is spewing that haterade all over it. Cardi B album is fire. It is. I mean, from the tracks that I've heard, I love it. So, and I know Nicki's got a project coming out in March. So it's like, I don't know what all the venom is for, but we'll talk about that. And of course, we'll talk about Diddy, who, no matter what, this was my opinion as far as when the sentencing came. I just figured Diddy, no matter what he was sentenced, that he wasn't getting out today. I knew that he wasn't going home today. That's why you shouldn't boast and make plans of, hey, I'm going to make my comeback show at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, Madison Square Garden 2029. Madison Square Garden 2030. All I know is just you weren't going home today. And we'll get into that. So, Thursday night football. It's like, wow, it's crazy because I really cooked a really good dinner tonight, and I really, really have the effinitis right now. I should not have eaten a good dinner before I came on here because I just want to lay the fuck down now, or just get in my recliner chair and just lean back. Maybe I should do the show from my recliner chair, just lean back. No, I can't do that because I'll mess around and fall asleep on y'all. Then that would just be rude. That would just be so rude. But no, definitely got a lot to talk about today. Start with the football. Also, shout out to the New York Yankees for putting them bust-ass Boston Red Sox out of the playoffs. This is the only time I keep up with baseball. Major League Baseball playoffs are in effect. I'll briefly go over those as well. So football, briefly baseball. Relationship talk. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. And, of course, Diddy. Take that. Ha. Locked up, won't let you out. No. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. But Thursday night football, just when we think we have it all figured out. Just when we think we see one team on one hand give the defending champs all they want, all they can handle, all of this and all of that. A team that has been called a challenger to the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles, and still may very well be, have a home game last night against the ugliest 3-1 team in the NFL. I called the San Francisco 49ers that a week ago before they lost their first game to Jacksonville. I said the 49ers are the ugliest 3-0 team ever. They are a mash unit, and coming into this game, no Brock Purdy. That may not be a bad thing. No Ricky Pearsall, no Jawan Jennings, no Brandon Ayuk, no George Kittle. Nick Bosa's out for the season. You're going into a place that you know what, the Rams have no home field advantage against the 49ers. No. That's a 50-50 crowd, and the 49er fans are going to be louder. But still, you're playing this beat-up unit, and on the other side, Stafford's there. Puka Nakua's there. Kyron Williams is there. Devontae Adams is there. Jared Verse in that defense is there. And somehow, some way, the San Francisco 49ers pull off a shocker in overtime at SoFi Stadium, defeating the Los Angeles Rams 26-23. Ain't that a bitch? Now, I'm trying to get Sean to come on here so he can make his picks because, this week the Broncos play the Eagles, so, it's kind of a little showdown thing. But be that as it may, we both picked the Rams to win this game. Most people in the prediction league pool did pick the Rams to win this game, with the exception of David and Gabby, Calvin, Aaron, Eddie, and even the diehard of 49er fans, which is Kyle and Vince, called the Rams to win. So, I mean, what can you say? What really can you say? The 49ers are on the cusp of having a quarterback controversy. They're on the cusp. They're on the cusp of having a quarterback controversy. They are, because while they just paid Brock Purdy a lot of money, and he earned it, but now he has that same old age-old problem that so many players have once they get the bag. Once they get the bag, they get the bug, the injury bug. That is, now he's not healthy, And Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. That Mac Jones, former New England Patriots starter, former Pro Bowler, former Jacksonville Jaguar, has now stepped in and has gone 3-0. And I'm not going to lie, I picked the Rams to win the game last night. But watching that game, which is one reason why I don't typically stay up to watch the Thursday night games, because I know I have to be to work early the next day, and them games always seem to be so freaking good. I found myself rooting for the 49ers to win the game because Mac Jones was getting beat up. He was battered, dehydrated. When he got sacked one time and he grabbed the back of his calf, I was like, uh-oh, I thought that was that Achilles. I put in the group text, in the group chat, I said, uh-oh, who's the backup? But then when they showed him run off the field, I was like, oh, he must have just caught a Charlie horse. Okay. But he was just battered. But he gave the Rocky syndrome. I was like, he looked like, bro, it looked like he's going through it. Like he really looked like he is going through it. And I was like, man, I hope they win. I was like, I really hope that they win because my boy is going through it. And then what happened? Almost predictably, the 49ers controlled the game the first 3 quarters. But then predictably, with a Kyle Shanahan coach 49er team, in the fourth quarter, they started to fold. The Rams was about to take the lead. I had put in the chat, I said, this is how the 49ers play the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl. Right after I sent that message, boom, Kyron Williams fumbles at the goal line, and the 49ers recover. And I said, never mind. But then, again, just the weakest. What mental block does Kyle Shanahan have in the fourth quarter of a close game where he just starts play calling like a biatch? I'm serious. 3 of the weakest run calls at the goal line give no breathing room whatsoever. So, predictably, the Rams make a tie-in field goal. You go in overtime. 49ers start moving down the field quickly, get stalled, field goal. Rams get the ball. They're at the 49er 11. They have a 4th and 1 call. It's still about 4 minutes left in the game. What do you do? And by the way, I think they should put the overtime quarter back to 15 minutes because 10 minutes is just too damn short. They need to put the game clock back at 15 minutes. They do. And but 49ers, it's 4th and 1. And I'm like, watch the Ram. I said, and the Rams called a timeout. So I'm sitting there saying, watch the Rams do some crazy shit and win the game here. They ran the ball with Kyron Williams, and they got stopped. You called a timeout to really think about this play instead of attempting a field goal. Okay, you're not going to attempt a field goal to tie the game, which the 49ers would have gotten the ball back, and who knows, maybe a turnover, maybe a 3 and out, who knows? But you called a timeout to come back and do that? I was sitting there like, huh? And I started chuckling. I started laughing. And that's impressive. 49ers somehow are 4-1. They are Band-Aids, rubber bands, and duct tape their way to 4-1 on the season. And hey, shout out to them. And with the Rams, just when you're ready to say, yes, they're going to be the team. They're going to be the freaking team. They're going to be the freaking nasty team to challenge the Philadelphia Eagles. And then you do that. You know, and what I'm hearing all day is people saying the Rams, if this had happened and if that had happened, they could easily be undefeated. Well, here's the reality. They're not. I'm going to say that just like I said to one of my coworkers on the bus who's a Cowboy fan who was crying about the fucking Eagles, saying the Eagles should be 0-3. They're not, though. At the time he said that, the Eagles were 3-0. The Eagles should be 0-3, but they're not. So what They're not. Now, the Eagles will not be undefeated after Sunday's 1 o'clock game against my Denver Broncos. Yes, I'm saying it with my chest. But the fact is, I could easily say, well, the Broncos should be undefeated, but we're not. We're not. We're not close. The Rams have not closed out games. Period. The Rams have not closed out games, so they're not 5-0. Like people said, oh, they could be, but they're not, because they have flaws in their game that prevents them from closing games. So what are they? They're a 3-2 team sitting in next to last place in their division. That's what they currently are. Alicia, hey, look, homie. I don't know if you're going outside today, but I'm gonna have a topic that I would really like some female opinions. I'm not saying come on the show. I'm just saying stay in the chat. And if you wanted to come on the show, of course you could. But if you want, just stay in the chat. And our topic of conversation, if you choose to agree or disagree, just be proactive. Let's have some feedback. Because it was my coworker, it was my boy who's going to come on here in a few, who asked this question, and he said, "You want to pose that question to the show?" And I said, why not? But in the meantime, in between time, there he is. What are you, brother?
What's up, my homie?
Ain't nothing, man. I was just going over the Niners and the Rams game. How you doing? First of all, how you doing?
I'm good. Right here, a little bit of witchadaddle because I'm in the kitchen. I'm making bacon. You're
witchadaddle. All right, that's a new one. All right, for sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
No, I said witchadaddle. You said witchadaddle. I said that's interesting. How was the game?
What's interesting?
Witchadaddle. The word witchadaddle. That's a new one.
I ain't saying no witchadaddle.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
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 I know you are, but what am I?
Heard it.
I know you are, but what am I?
What are you?
I'm rubber, you're glue. It bounces off to me, it sticks back to you.
All right, nigga. Whisk.
Good, man, I haven't done that in a long time. That's fun. That's worth the price of admission in itself, just to hear us go back to elementary school days. So what do you think about the 49ers and the Rams, bro?
Surprising. I didn't know that I didn't really think it was going to be a game. Like, that shit surprised the fuck out of me. I thought the Rams was going to mollywop their ass. But shockingly, they didn't. And I don't know what it was. It seemed I thought that the defensive line would have did their job against Mac Jones and them boys, but it seems like, and they still was getting injured. Like, the boys was losing injury. Mac Jones went out. The damn
yes,
but he still came back in, and I'm like, he said, "Fuck that! I ain't losing my job. I'm gonna come back in here and do this thing." And the fact that they won that game, it was shocking to me, man. I thought Puka would have burnt them boys, but the 49ers got defense. That's what holds them together, bro.
Bro, I found myself. And I said this before you came on. I found myself actually rooting for the Niners at the end of that game, just because the way Mac Jones was just getting beaten around the damn field. Him looking like a goddamn football version of a Rocky movie. Every time he's throwing a pass and just limping slowly. And I'm just like, my boy he's going through it right now. He was very, very, very dehydrated. And, that's why they had him eating bananas on the side. Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, my boy is going through it. So I really hope that I said, I hope they win, because this nigga going through it. I mean, he's going through hell right now.
He definitely went through it.
I mean, you think about this, Sean. Let's think about this. And I said this last week about the 49ers. The ugly, I called them last week before they lost to Jacksonville. The ugliest 3-0 team in football before they lost. And think about it, they're coming into a game against a team who is supposed to be one of the threats to take the throne from y'all in the NFC, supposed to be. So they come to that game, no wide receiver 1, no wide receiver 2, no wide receiver 3, no tight end 1, no interceptions on defense for the year, no interceptions and no rushing touchdowns, and you're without your starting quarterback, which might not be a bad thing considering the way Mac Jones is playing. But you still win. Fucking explain that. And you still on the road. Fucking explain that.
Yeah, them boys didn't even have like their main players in that joint, and they still caught that L. That was wild to me.
And no Nick Bosa either. That part.
Yeah, they were supposed to have a better showing than that. That's why I thought it wasn't even going to be a game. But the fact that it was a game, when I turned it on and they were up 14-0, I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
The game from start to finish. The 49ers came out and just started dogging them from the go. But then in typical fashion, when in the fourth quarter, I don't know what mental block Kyle Shanahan has in the fourth quarter with one score games, but once again, his play calling straight goes bitch mode. And the Rams are about to take the lead and then the fumble at the goal line. So
like Kevin Petula.
Huh?
I said sound like a Kevin Petula type thing, but we ain't talking about my team. Go ahead.
I mean, but the fumble right though. Don't worry, because this is rivalry day right here, motherfucker. We gonna talk about yo my team, motherfucker. Okay, but fumble at the goal line, and then you get, if you actually, because literally you're at the 1 yard line. If you get a first down or 2, you can ice the game. And what does Kyle Shanahan do? He calls 3 of the most bitch-made plays at the goal line to give them no breathing room. None whatsoever. And of course, the Rams predictably tie the game and send it into overtime. And then, of course, the 49ers, they score a field goal. But, on 4th and 1, they decided to go for it. But this is what got me. Okay, you're going to go for it. You're going to go for it on 4th down.
Sorry about that.
No, you're okay. You're going to go for it on 4th down, whatever. But you called a timeout before that play to come out and do a running play up the middle?
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, well, it was kind of on the side, maybe.
Well, I mean, but okay. Slightly to the right, but you wasted a timeout to call that.
Yeah.
So I mean, shout out to the 49ers. I found myself rooting for him because I'm like, Mac Jones I didn't think he was going to finish the game. And not only did he finish the game, they won the game. Now, do you see a quarterback controversy possibly brewing in San Francisco?
I mean, he wanted Mac Jones, and Mac is doing his thing. But I mean, it could be.
They just paid.
They paid. That's what I'm saying. They paid Brock Purdy though. So I don't know what you do about that. But if you continuously winning, you beat a team like that, a contended team with him. Hey, motherfucker. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I remember they put a motherfucker on the bench before that was getting paid a lot, and he was sucking. Who was that? Was it Sammy Bradford? They did that to? Back in the day when Sammy was getting that change. Trying to remember who got benched when he went. Nigga, we did it to Wentz. Wentz was getting paid, nigga.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Kick that nigga right the fuck out of there.
There you go. There you go. That's the only analogy you need. Yeah, they benched him the year after they paid him.
Yeah. Get your ass the fuck up out of here, Wentzy boy.
Yeah. So the Witcher Daddle, huh? Okay. Witcher Daddle.
You here making pancakes for the kiddos.
Oh, that's the Witcher Daddle you're making? No, right?
Yeah. Witcher Daddle.
I'm gonna use that word. Okay, so again, I was right before you came on. I was just saying, you never know. Football tends to football. Every time you're ready to say the Rams are this, that, and the third, this is what happens. And all I was hearing today on ESPN and Fox is, if the Rams had done this, the Rams had done that, they could be 5-0, but they're not. They're not. Just like I told my coworker a couple weeks ago when he was saying, man, the Eagles should be 0-3. I said, but they're not. But they're not. So the Rams are who they are. They're a 3-2 team who right now is sitting in third place in their own division. That's what they are.
Yeah, that's why I didn't expect that at all. But I'll take it because we'll beat the shit out of the 49ers. Mac Jones ain't beating us. I don't know what to tell him. You know what I mean? but you have those divisional games though. I mean, because that's like us losing to the Giants. I mean, they got a great defensive line. You know what I'm saying? But their offense is here or there. But they're so used to us that they may beat us. So I mean, we can't really take that.
Jackson Dart, boy, he ain't playing no games.
You said what?
You better watch out for that Jackson Dart, boy. He ain't playing no games, boy.
I mean, yeah, man, fuck that.
Okay.
I ain't worried about that name, boy. All
right, Swag Dart gonna
come. That little fuck, boy.
Swag Dart gonna come for you.
He playing, yeah, Thursday. I ain't worried about Jackson Dart, but when he beat us, he beat us. Other than that, nigga. I mean, you could lose any given Sunday, but whatever.
Yeah, like y'all gonna lose this Sunday, so you know.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Yeah, it is. So
it's always a possibility.
It is a possibility. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna whip y'all ass.
Okay. Say it louder.
We gonna whip your ass.
You whispered it, motherfucker. Say it louder. Okay. One thing scares me. The one thing that scares me, because styles make fights. One thing that scares me about y'all is that we can be run on, and Saquon is due for a game. We can be run on. Other than that, you think AJ Brown was having issues when he was having average niggas cover him? You about to deal with PS2 now, nigga.
Man, well, he'll probably shit out that nigga. I ain't even worried about that. It's the fact that Kevin Petula can't drop no plays, nigga. I ain't worried about AJ Brown against no rock cornerback in this league.
No, the nigga y'all gonna go at.
But you just worry about AJ Brown. We still got Devontae Smith.
No, that's what I was just getting ready to say. I said the nigga y'all gonna go at is Riley Moss with Devontae Smith. Y'all gonna go at Riley Moss. I would.
You know he ain't gonna do none of that.
I would. But let's get these picks. Let's get these picks. All right.
Is it back?
Huh?
Crispy on the edges. No, they look nice and fluffy.
No, I'm talking to Trish. Go ahead. I'm in here burning the pancakes, but let's go.
Yeah, stop burning that skedaddle.
I did show you the other side.
You did it. You just said you burned
it.
So now I feel like
I don't even remember the word now. I have to roll.
Get out of here, man. You know what I'm talking about. That's Chef Boyardee.
Did you read the directions or did you eyeball it?
Chef Boyardee, damn, that shit is burnt.
What?
Did you read the directions or did you eyeball it?
Yeah.
There you go. I'm just doing my thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This nigga over here hating on me. Get your ass out here.
When I hear that alarm going off, we're gonna know what's up.
Go ahead, man. What you say? Go ahead, man. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay, man.
Make sure I'm burn shit, man.
That's right, man.
I ain't the best, but I'm here.
I'm waiting for the alarm to go off. You know, that's so I can start laughing. But anyway,
I ain't never gonna go out, boy. Ain't never, sir.
Okay. I mean, hey, I believe you, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Picks, boy. All right, Minnesota at Cleveland.
Let's go.
Well, actually, this game is in. I think this game is in London or Dublin or something like that. That's an overseas game. Minnesota. It's a 9:30 game. Dylan Gabriel starting for Cleveland.
You know what? Give me Cleveland, man.
Okay. Hey, did you hear about what happened last week when the Vikings and the Steelers played in Ireland? That
no.
The backup quarterback, Skylar Thompson, got robbed.
Oh, Merry Christmas, nigga.
in Ireland.
Better stay on the team bus, nigga. What you going on?
Yeah,
You
I'm
thought
not
it was
talking
safe, nigga, in Dublin? You thought it was safe, man?
wrong accent, but I mean, okay. You got to talk like the leprechauns, like Lucky Charms, motherfuckers.
Nah. Give me your goal.
Yep, there you go. Give me your wallet, sir. I'm not playing any fucking
Oh
game.
man, that's tough, bro.
Give me your fucking wallet now.
You should have had some security.
Mm-hmm. Give me your fucking wallet now, boyo. Or I'll pop
Somebody hit the hay. Yeah, I smell it. I smelled it. Yeah, all right. Pop it on in here. Right
now,
there, Tuesday.
let's get to games on Americans and on American turf. The Raiders at the Colts.
For sure. Colts.
Okay. The Giants at the Saints.
Giants.
Okay. Dallas at the Jets. So
Wasn't that funny that time last? But the Giants. The Cowboys. Where? It's the Jets.
At the Jets. Yeah.
That's a pick'em game. Give me the Cowboys.
Ain't no damn pick'em game. Fucking Jets suck.
Yeah, so do the Cowboys.
Yeah, they don't suck as bad. Denver at Philly.
Man, you already know.
Yeah, Denver. Okay.
You know I ain't picking against my squad, nigga.
Now look, when we win, I don't want to hear no reason of why you can't be on the post-game show. That's all I'm saying.
And look, if I ain't coming, nigga. What you gonna do?
See, there you go. See, you hear this shit? I hope y'all hear this shit. I'm glad y'all hear this shit. Miami at Carolina.
Oh Lord. That's an ass game.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn. Give me Miami. They fighting for their life. I still think they can win without Tyreek against the Panthers, hopefully.
Did you see that ugly ass injury Monday night?
I did. That's only
Nasty. And how this nigga was smiling and laughing is beyond me.
That nigga was ready to get up out of there.
They put that nigga on some good dope immediately.
Fact. Oh God, man.
They put that nigga on that good dope immediately. Houston at Baltimore. Nobody knows if Lamar Jackson is playing or not. What say you, sir?
Lamar Jackson quit on them niggas. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Houston. Them niggas is I don't know what the fuck they doing over there. Baltimore. You know what? No, I'm not, man. Give me Baltimore. They gotta win, nigga. They have to win, or that shit gonna blow up.
Baltimore?
Yeah, give me Baltimore.
Okay. Tennessee at Arizona.
Arizona.
This is a good game here. Tampa Bay at Seattle.
This is a good game. Give me Tampa.
Okay.
I'm hoping Seattle win though. You know.
Why? I mean, you already got the head.
Knock Tampa a little bit down.
You already got
I don't care. Knock them. It don't matter. Knock them down a little bit further.
Okay. Detroit at Cincinnati.
Detroit.
I was watching the podcast today, and they were, and this is what pisses me off, because all week niggas keep talking about the issues with the Eagles offense, and I'm like, God damn it, y'all would do this shit the week they play us, because every time y'all talk shit about Jalen Hurts, he come out there and he fuck the next team up. And they were like, what did Bomani Jones say? He said, what I'm seeing is that the Eagles aren't the best team in the – he said the best team in the NFC is the Detroit Lions. I was like, ooh, we shall see. The Commanders at the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
Okay, New England at
Oh
Buffalo.
no, because the Chargers. Wait a minute, because the Chargers caught a L
To the Giants.
to the. You know what? Give me the Chargers. I'll take them.
Okay.
Yeah.
New England at Buffalo.
No, give me the Commanders.
Oh,
Give me the
okay.
Commanders.
All right. He said, give me the Commanders. All right. I will do that. All right.
Yeah.
The Patriots at Buffalo.
Give me Buffalo.
and Monday Night Football, Kansas City at Jacksonville.
Kansas City at Jacksonville. The city?
Kansas City? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Sean has the Rams, Cleveland, the Colts, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Cardinals, the Bucks, the Lions, the Commanders, Buffalo, and Kansas City. Is that correct?
Correcto. Mundo.
Correcto mundo. All right. Well, now I guess it's my turn to pick these games. Minnesota and Cleveland. I'm gonna go with Minnesota. Vegas and the Colts. I'm with you. I'm going with the Colts. Giants and the Saints. Yeah, I'm going with the G-Men. Dallas and the Jets. I can't pick the Jets no more. No. Even at the Cowboys' expense. But let Dallas lose that motherfucking game. Let Dallas lose that motherfucking game. Oh boy, I don't give a shit what happens in our game. Let them lose to the motherfucking Jets. And the Jets, let them be the Jets' first win. Let me put it that way. Denver and Philly, we pulling the upset, goddammit. We pulling the upset. I'm saying it with my chest. Let's go, Bill. Saying it with my chest, goddammit. We're going to go into the lake 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon and layeth the smacketh down on that green candy ass. Yeah.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
You heard what I said?
What? You know what? I mean, one of these games we're going to catch an L.
It doesn't matter what game you're going to catch an L. You're gonna catch an L this game. It doesn't matter which game you're going to catch an L. It's going to be this game.
That's too funny.
Oh, boy.
You said no?
Miami,
Dagger does.
Carolina. Yeah.
Huh?
This
He can
is-
have some now. I got the one. I got two down there.
This is one of them who gives a fuck games. Hey, whiz. I'm going Miami. Why not? Houston and Baltimore. Houston and Baltimore. Sean, I agree with you that Baltimore is fighting for it all. The problem is, I really don't think Lamar Jackson is going to play. And I trust Houston's defense more than I trust Baltimore's defense.
I get you.
Horrible.
I get you.
Tennessee at Arizona. I'm going with Arizona. Tampa Bay at Seattle. Huh.
You want one or two?
Tampa Bay at Seattle.
One or two?
Two.
Two? Okay. The fat boy. You gonna eat both of these? You ain't gonna eat both of them.
Tampa Bay at Seattle. What did I do?
Yeah, let me do that.
Just to be disagreeable, I'm gonna go with Seattle.
I hope you're right, man.
Detroit at Cincinnati. I'm going with Detroit. Washington and the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers. They, even though I hope Washington win, I ain't gonna bullshit you. I hope the Commanders win. I do. New England and Buffalo. I'm going with Buffalo and Kansas City and Jacksonville. Oh, this is tough. Because Jacksonville do got a defense. But I don't trust motherfucking Trevor Lawrence. I got to go with KC. I don't. I think Kansas City. I think Jacksonville is 3-1 in spite of Trevor motherfucking Lawrence, to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. They need Mac Jones back. They just had him last year. Shit. So, sir, did you hear about Diddy?
What, getting 4 years?
Yeah.
I think somebody just told me about that. Yeah. Out there, Diddy. That ain't long enough. That's still party time for Diddy.
I honestly had forgot about it until right before I went by. Yeah, I mean, to me, I think 4 years is considerably lucky.
Absolutely.
I mean, well, now I guess once the 4 years is up, he will have technically served a little over 5 years. But still, I think that amount of time is lucky. I thought the nigga was at least gonna catch a decade in there.
Man, he ain't never like he or everybody who shares on them better go ahead and move with that money or whatever they got.
Nah, you know what? But bro, you know what? They still trying to build cases up against him now. That's probably why they only just gave him 4 years, because he about to be hit with some more shit. They don't want this nigga to leave. So I believe they're gonna find more shit to pin on him. And like one of my boys hit me up a couple days ago. It was like, hey, what you think? What you think Diddy they're gonna do with Diddy on the 3rd? You think he's getting out? I said, I don't know how long he's gonna get sentenced for. I heard the prosecution was asking for like 11.5 years. That's random as fuck. But I said, I guarantee you he won't be getting out on October the 3rd.
Hell no.
And they were trying to make a couple of months ago, they were trying to make plans for him to have a comeback show at Madison Square Garden at the end of this year. Well,
who did
it? They saying it was a date that they had booked Madison Square Garden for because they figured he was going to be getting out of jail. Nigga.
I don't know what you thinking.
Take that. Can't stop, won't stop.
Just 4 right now. I can make some more. Then.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Okay.
I heard he was scheduling interviews.
No, you good.
Crazy. Well, I mean, he can still have them. He can still have them interviews. Them interviews can be at the correctional facility. That is going to be his address at least until 2029. So Diddy gonna be getting out of jail when Roman graduate, right after Roman graduates.
Graduate. Fucking Diddy. Stuck like Chuck.
Hey, you know what? A couple of the inmates wrote letters to the judges saying that since Diddy has been in there, he's built a program of how to help the inmates become more productive citizens when they get out. I was sitting there thinking that's not a good thing, because they're gonna be like, all right, well, keep your ass in there. Have more of them being productive citizens when they get out.
Facts. Yeah, Diddy.
Damn Diddy. Anyway, I see y'all are having breakfast for dinner. I think that's dope.
Hell yeah. I love breakfast.
I know that's right.
And ladies and Becky. Let's get it. That's nice.
You see the shirt I got on, right?
Top part. Hell yeah. Cartman. My nigga. That's funny.
Hell yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Just got back in that game trying to do something quick. Quick and easy. Hell no. These niggas getting their ass with. Little badass kids don't be listening. But you know.
London's parade
out there for the kids.
I feel you.
So what now?
London's Glen Allen Day parade is tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Party time in the city.
Yep. So
Yeah, they got another game tomorrow.
I got to get up hella early tomorrow.
Yeah, 'cause they had to cancel out on them last week.
That's what they
So
had
they
to
got,
do for London's game too. Their makeup game is
they make a
October.
game tomorrow. These
Yeah,
niggas got back to back.
oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Their makeup game is their makeup game is October 18th, but that's cool. Um One thing I am going to talk about after you get off, and I kind of want you to just see where your head is at on this one. You hear Nicki Minaj beefing with everybody, or hating with throwing shade at Cardi?
Yeah, I did. I just literally seen that on YouTube while I was chilling. But them talking about each other kids and shit.
I mean, ever since Cardi album came out, just out the blue, Nicki Minaj started, throwing shots. So it's like, yo, why every time another female, because I know that this has been a trend with Nicki. Whenever another female rapper has ascended and has a bunch of shine, she always got something to throw at him. And I'm like, bruh, you got an album coming out in March of 2026. So it's like, why are you throwing shade though? Like why are you throwing shade? If you got a project coming out in the next 5 months, Cardi gonna have her shine. Her album is doing great. I've listened to most of it. That shit is hard. So I'm like, why are you throwing shit? Like what for what? Like Nicki, you too grown for that shit. I mean, my personal opinion, Nicki is a better lyricist than Cardi. But Cardi still is dope.
Yeah, Cardi. I don't too much listen to their music because I ain't busting it open. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really relate. but I know they got some dope beats and shit like that. But I mean they both got good music and shit like that. From what I used to hear and shit like that. So I don't know why they beef with. I guess they got to beef to stay relevant. You know how that shit go. You got to get who's hot and who's on the scene right now, so you can compare yourself to them and have their fans, start listening to you and shit like that. But I don't know why they stay beefing for real.
I don't know neither because, like I said, Cardi's album is dope. I fuck with it. I fuck with Cardi's album. Really, I fuck with Cardi's album the long way.
Like long way, like Shaggy.
And to me, instead of beefing, they should just honestly, Cardi, Nicki, Meg, Glorilla, Lotto, they should all do a tour together. Call it the Get Hard Tour. Shit, I'd go.
We're gonna get some comments now. What you mean, get hard?
That's what I mean. Right? Yeah. I'm just saying, I just don't get it. Like, it's to me that's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb. I mean, it's but like that's probably plotted and planned. You're a Nicki fan, Talia. I mean, I'm a Nicki fan too, but I'm a Cardi fan too. I mean, you can like both of them. That's not against the rules.
Oh, but ain't dope.
It's not against the rules. Nicki be spitting fire. But Cardi be spitting that fire too. Cardi be dope.
Sitting that hot fire like Dylan.
Dylan. As I spit hot fire.
It's a spit hot fire. But yeah, man. I mean, beef is. You good, my boy? God damn, you killed them Jones. You know what? Daddy Pancake Aroni, Chef Boyardee's nuts. You heard?
Take that back to school, right?
Yeah. Yeah, though, but
take
shit, I'm finna get out.
Yeah, take that one back to school. What does your dad eat for dinner? He makes pancakes. He calls himself Chef Boyardee's nuts.
In your mind.
What's your father's phone number, Jagger?
I tell him call me, nigga. I say it to you too.
Right? I half the time I be wanting London's teachers to call me. Why don't you go ahead and
Yeah.
act up in school today?
So Miss Wishes says she call your boy.
Oh yeah, why don't you go ahead and act up in school? Let me speak to. I noticed it's a MS, not an MRS in front of her last name.
Let me see about it.
When you want to guarantee yourself honor roll, tell your teacher that.
They different nowadays. They want the kids.
I ain't lying. Wait, you ain't lying. Where was this? Where was this activity?
Oh man, I don't want to talk about it.
Me neither, because I would be a dead
I
giveaway.
don't want to talk about it.
Remember that teacher?
Big giveaway. Hey man, don't say no name, man, Jeff.
It ain't had nothing to do with
Chill.
you. It ain't had nothing, I ain't gonna say no names.
I know it. I know it, man. I'm just trying to keep them safe, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey man, they wouldn't be coming after you, my boy.
Trying to keep them safe.
Hey,
Make America great again.
nigga. Oh, nigga, I ain't coming out to press no charges. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm not. I'm not that fan. You know,
Press no charges.
we
I'm just
living
trying to.
in.
Can I find you?
Can I see you again,
I'm grown now, B.
mother? Yeah, baby, I got 401k. What you good?
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell me to meet you after class.
I joke about it. Some people take that super serious,
No, they
but you
joke.
know,
I understand. You know,
I get it. It's different perspectives for different people. You know.
most dudes are not gonna take it that serious. Now, females, I totally understand. Most guys ain't gonna take it serious.
Uh,
You know, because
that's okay.
I'll let the secret out on that one. Most high school dudes will have the conversation at least twice a week of a teacher that they find attractive.
Absolutely.
So you know, and that's been going on since the beginning of time. Somebody put
Hey
Erica put
man,
Nikki is
that's because
anaconda and
at
Cardi
day,
B
this
is
ain't nothing
WAP.
but a. You
Hey,
know what?
I got a comment that says Nikki is anaconda and Cardi B is
Nikki is
WAP.
anaconda.
And Cardi B is WAP. So
Wow, that wet,
that wet ass
that wet
that
ass,
wet ass punani. So what happens when you
that
stick an
caca
anaconda in a WAP?
on mine.
Man, I don't know if you phrased it right, my
Tough
girl.
sled,
I don't know if you phrased that right,
tough
my girl.
sled.
Yeah.
I'm about to fuck these
But yeah,
pancakes up.
go ahead, bruh.
I'm about to fuck these motherfuckers up so good,
Yeah, my boy.
yeah. You know it's real when a fat nigga starts singing, nigga. You hear me talking about?
Hey man, hey, we got to sing. We got to sing to that food the way we used to sing to that pussy.
Sing to that booty.
What? Look like you good, look
Hell
good,
yeah, bro.
look like a bacon egg sandwich. But yeah, man, you go ahead.
Yeah. Stop him up. All right, my boy. Sorry, people. You know what I'm saying? Nigga hungry. I ain't a cook. You know what I'm talking about. But, we going to catch y'all again later.
Oh yeah, you go
Holla
ahead, man.
back, my homie.
I got a long way to go. I still got other topics to talk about. Yeah, man. Oh, that's my brother right there. So I see I have tickled your fancy. Don't take it that way. I have tickled your fancy with hello? Oh, with the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj topic. I mean, okay. Again, so Talia says, not out the blue. Alicia says, Nikki, Nikki, all right, but I'm sick of her. And sometimes you do get fatigue from these um from certain people. And like I said, my thing is I don't have Nikki fatigue because I think she's a great artist. What I have fatigue from her is whenever it just seems whenever, whether it's Cardi or whether it was um Lotto, Meg, whatever, whenever another female rapper starts to ascend, she get in her feelings. Like, you should be established. Like, you have been this generation's winner when it comes to female rappers. Like, Cardi said something that was very true. Like, why are you even trying to compare yourself to her type of genre of music? Like, she said she was 16 when you know what I mean? Well, she was in high school when Nicki first came out. And that sounds about right. Nicki's been out for a minute. Nicki's been out for a very long time. Nicki has been mainstream, I want to say, since about 2009. So it's like, why are you, these rappers like Cardi B, Meg, Lotto, I don't want to say Sexy Red because she's just dumb. But Glorilla, these rappers were not relevant. I mean, they weren't heard of. I mean, these rappers were not heard of before. I mean, when you first came out. So they came out looking for you, looking up to you, or should I say, yeah, they were looking up to you. And it's like, I would say that she should embrace it instead of hating, instead of throwing the venom, because it's like, for what? Like, why? You're too great of a lyricist. Nobody is trying to replace you, but it's almost like she fears getting irrelevant. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like that Nicki fears being irrelevant. She fears these younger MCs passing her from the MC standpoint, which I think Nicki is still dope. I don't want to say from the look standpoint because half of them, unfortunately, half of them are builder chicks. Like when Nicki first became mainstream, she didn't look the way she does now. Same thing with Cardi, but particularly Nicki. Nicki got a lot done to her. Cardi, not so much. Cardi, a little on the face. The whole nose thing, which people leave their fucking nose alone. Glorilla, as sexy as you were, and you wanted to get a fucking pencil tip now on the end of your nose. Ugh, what the fuck was that? But they should all get together and do a tour and call it the Get Hard Tour. Yeah. Now, before I go to the next topic, because I don't know where my boy P Dot is, and I'm going to bring up this relationship topic, but before I do that, I definitely want to indulge just a little bit more with this Nicki versus Cardi situation. Shout out Mag TV.
Cardi B speaks publicly for the first time since going back and forth with Nicki Minaj.
Tell you something. Tonight, I'm not listening to Am I the Drama? I'm going to listen to some love songs tonight. Because the way I've been in Vietnam, I need to chill. And let me tell you something. I'm going to go fucking back to Vietnam. And I'm going to let bitches have their fun. Have your fun. But when I say I'm pretty and petty as hoes think they ain't ready enough. They're not ready enough. But have your fun though. I'm gonna let you have your fun. Poor thing. Twitter must be gassing them heavy, making them jump in the ring with the brim before they ready. Let me see it. Oh, let me see.
Oh,
Cute.
By the snail set, I don't know where I got this. It was just in the basement.
Ooh, you better hope your daddy don't see you, girl. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna tell grandpa to show him. Time for you to go to bed.
No, it's not.
Go to bed.
But I'm not tired.
It's not about being tired. You gotta go to school.
I'm not tired. Then I don't want to go to school.
You got no
I
choice.
don't need to see your
But y'all
personal
ate
life.
with this body oil. This oil got my skin feeling so soft, and it actually stick. I like to put oil on because sometimes lotion is like a little.
Okay, that's getting. I mean, you know what? If I was by myself now, or if she was in here with me, I would be all 100% in. Yeah, go ahead. Put no trust in the spirit of what happened with Diddy. That fucking baby oil. No. No. Anyway. All right. So now I was speaking with my coworker, talking with my boy P Dot, and he asked me to ask a question. And Talia, baby, I hope you still listen. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 11 o'clock, and Jim, I'm going beyond 11 o'clock, baby. I got shit to do tomorrow. I'm fighting to keep my energy up now because I was slightly feeling under the weather actually before I got on live. But yeah, so the last time we were on here, we were having a talk about past and previous relationships. So, we were talking about the trauma and things that that we go through, and we just like everybody goes through some trauma. If you've been in a relationship, everybody is going to go through some trauma, no question. But he asked me a question, and I said, all right, I got you. I'll throw this on. He said, ask the ladies. He said, and if you're listening, ladies, just say hi, whatever. He asked the question, why is it when females cheat on their man or their significant other, why do they, a lot of them, most of them, attempt to go back? This is one reason why I would have liked to have a female on here, just because I wanted the opinion. If you're a female who's never done that, that's dope. But there's a lot who have. And if you do go back to said person, why? And that's the question. Now I don't know how many people are going to be honest and say, well, I've done it and this is why I decided to go back. Or I've never done it, but I know somebody who has. And if you do know somebody that has, why would you go back to said situation? My theory is it's really quite simple. When you do that, you tend to show that the grass is not greener on the other side. And see, this is the challenging thing about being in a relationship. Agree to disagree, whichever. Because it was real loud when I was talking about Nicki and Cardi. Now I'm talking some real shit, and I'm getting crickets. So, and I'm not afraid to talk about this stuff because I look at it as better out than in. So, you know, from a person who has had that experience, for one thing, the work, being in a relationship, especially a long-term relationship, takes work. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. And in this day and age, in this day and age where, well, for one, uh, masculinity has been frowned upon. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Masculinity has been frowned upon, and in this day and age, not being faithful, and it's really, and to be honest with you, it's not new. I mean, y'all remember the song "Drop It Like It's Hot"? That song came out 20 years ago. One of the things Pharrell said in his verse was cheat on your man, girl. That's how you get a his head. That was 20 years ago. So the narrative was being pushed then that being faithful in a relationship is not going to get you anywhere. And that's not just women. Men, same thing for men. I don't want anybody to sit here and think, oh, being biased, because both sides do the same trifling shit. You know. And it's probably the same, you know, if I was a man and I cheated on my significant other and I decided, you know, and I went back. And when you say cheated, I'm assuming that he meant, you cheat on him, you break up with him, and then you try to come back to him. Just like you cheat on her, you break up with her, you try to go back to her. You know, you get to a certain point. When you get to a certain age demographic, a certain time in your life, and you hear this phrase, this saying, man, ain't nothing else out there. I mean, there is intimacy to be had. I'm not going to sit here and lie. There's intimacy to be had, but is that going to fulfill you when it comes to the long term? I don't know. I have seen women cheat on good men, and sometimes, the man, they work it out to their best ability. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes once the infidelity, if you will, is found out, sometimes that's a deal breaker. Sometimes you'll try to work it out, but eventually it's still not work out, because all I'm gonna say is, once you do that, and that goes either way, once you do that, you've added a level of trauma and mistrust in a relationship that's very, very, very hard to get back. Because most of the times when people step outside of their relationship, it's for something fucking stupid. Honestly, it's for something dumb. It's just that for whatever reason, you're unsatisfied. Life is not your friend. You have different cases to all of them. You have different cases to why people step outside of their relationships. You have your situations where life ain't your friend, where life is just not your friend, and it just is not working. Is life is not your friend, it's not working, and you're upset by it. And you're unsatisfied with whatever situation going on in your life. You're bored, whatever, something. And You decide you need some excitement, blase, blase. But by doing that, you're putting everything you've built, everything that you've built up for years at a time, you're putting it at risk. And once you lose, once you do that, it's hard, man. And I say this from experience. Because then what happens is, let's say it's a situation where you find out infidelity has been going on, but you try to work it out, which is not a wrong thing to do. But what tends to happen is that once that line has been crossed, you may say outwardly that you've moved past it. And I'm not saying you may say outwardly that you have forgiven, because I do believe that most people, I do believe that most people do forgive the person who did that to them. And I would advise to forgive, because that person can still hold a type of power over you when you just hold on to that, because if you're going to hold on to something like that, then there's no point in trying to work it out. It's not. And that therein lies a problem, because whenever there's a disagreement, whenever you and the significant other are at odds, that's going to be the first thing that the person who was cheated on, that's going to be one of the first things they think about. When life suddenly is not that person's friend anymore, we know what they're capable of. We know what they are. We know what they can do because they've done it. Now, are they going to do it again? It's hard. It's hard for me to sit here and say that once you've done something like that to me, that you're not going to do it again. Because your approach to the person turns different and everything else, because it's like, well, if I don't do this or I don't do that, they may run around. They will go out and run around on me again. And nobody should want to live like that, male or female. Nobody should want to live like that. Nobody. So the question is, why, when somebody cheats on a significant other, what makes them want to go back to said person that was cheated on? My answer is simple. The grass ain't greener on the other side. That's what you found out. And I mean, to say this is kind of cold to me. It's like, why should the person take you back? The person who committed said action has already showed you that at any given moment, you're not good enough for them. So why would you? Is it because you have kids together? Is it because you don't think you can do any better? Why? I had to ask myself these questions. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm not saying that to throw shade at those shots at anybody. I'm just speaking from experience. That's all. I'm speaking from experience. Why would you? And to me, that's the $1 million counter question. Hey, I'm sorry I did what I did. Can you take me back? For what? Why? You showed when things aren't going your way or when you're bored or whatever, what you're capable and what you will do. Now, you may never do it again, but how can I know that? I mean, you can have faith. You can. And you have to have a lot of that. You have to have a lot of that just to attempt a reconciliation. Just to attempt a reconciliation of that magnitude. You must have faith. You must place your belief in a higher power, me, the Heavenly Father, to attempt that's tough, because I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm only speaking from experience. I've been asked before, have I healed from that? I would like to say that I have, but it doesn't mean that I'm not aware. Now, what I won't do, what I will not do with anybody else I'm in a relationship, I will not blame any past failed relationships or throw that in the face of somebody who has nothing to do with it. That's where a lot of people mess up at. A lot of people go through trauma, and then once they get into another relationship, anything that has happened, anything that goes negative, it automatically, your mind reverts to, here we go again. Your mind reverts to deja vu, and it just doesn't work. And you'll never, ever, 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 ever find anybody to stick with you through that. Because again, I will not take out any frustrations I have from a previous relationship on somebody that has nothing to do with it. Now, what I won't also do, I won't allow myself to deal with the same things from another relationship, from a new relationship that I dealt with in a previous relationship. That's not going to happen. What you would like to do is you would like to learn from it. You would like to learn from it, because a wise man will learn, but a fool never will. That, you have to learn from that. You do. And if you don't, shame on you. That's like a nigga getting burnt by the same hoe twice. Like, that's crazy. That's like a nigga getting burnt by the same hoe twice. I mean, that's ghetto as fuck. But that happens. You is good, but you got burnt. Oh man, take your little pills or whatever, or hopefully it's something you can take a pill for. And then you go back and you do with the same shit with the same person, and you go and you and all of a sudden your piss burns all over again. That's no bueno. And once again, I was looking for, I have I haven't heard. I heard a lot from the females when it came to Nicki and Cardi. Where you at, ladies? Oh shit! I texted you like I emailed it to you. Hold up. There you go. Now, P Dot is trying to join in. I sent him a link already. Yeah, I sent him a link already. Let's see. Okay, he's coming. But yeah, that's, and I'm just keeping it 100. And see, like I said, I'm comfortable talking about this stuff because, I mean, when the stuff happens, is it a bit embarrassing? Yeah. Is it hurtful? Of course. But what you have to realize, what I realize, is that for one, I know that I'm not the only person who went through what I went through. I know I'm not. So I mean, there was a time period, like I said, I was in a dark place. There was a time where I felt alone. I just felt like I wasn't good enough. I did. I felt alone. I felt like I wasn't good enough. It was just, it was no good. But you know, then when you address it, you feel a lot better. What up, boy?
Yo.
You late ass bruh.
That's my fault.
That nigga fell asleep.
Nah, I was waiting for you, but I was watching a movie.
Take that blue tape off your camera.
Oh, right. You already know. Word. There we go.
What movie you was watching?
Some drink with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, the Play Dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You seen
watched
it?
that. I watched that Wednesday. Jones, all
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Did you like it?
Yeah, so far, I mean, I think I'm towards the end now, but so far, yeah, I
Okay.
like it.
Okay. Well, I started the topic. So now, why don't you ask the question directly that I tried to ask for you verbatim?
How did you ask it though?
I said, why is it? I mean, well, why does a female who cheats on her significant other try to come back to the same person they cheated on? Did I ask it correctly?
Yes. Yeah. So the question is just that. Why does a female who cheats, decides to come back? I mean, you left for a reason. Why come back?
So, what do you think? Why do you think the reason is?
Um, well, initially, just because they figured out that it's not really what they thought it was. You know what I'm saying? They had their fun, and then they realized that person that they had their fun with ain't nothing like the person that they was actually with. I mean, that's just what it turns out to be at the end of the day, because you're not gonna find the same energy or the same whatever within that person. Like, you know what I'm saying? The chances are you probably had more fun with the person you cheated on, and you know, and the person that you wound up cheating with probably probably they ain't even the type to go out. You know what I'm saying? Or do anything other than sex. At the end of the day.
Possibly, or they possibly could be a bad boy.
Yeah, that too.
You know, um, you know. So now, are you asking that from
Experience.
experience?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
because that's what I was saying before you got on. I said I gave a whole diatribe. I said I'm saying this from experience. I'm not saying it to those to throw shade at anybody or you know, but this happened to me and I don't mind talking about it because I know I'm not the only person that something like that has happened to.
Right. That part.
A lot of people don't like to talk about it because it's almost like when they hear it outwardly, they realize that it's real. Well, it was real when it happened,
Yeah, exactly.
and there are people who can sympathize and empathize with you through said situation. Now, interestingly enough, P. Dot, here's the funny thing. Earlier, me and my brother was on here talking about the Nicki and Cardi B little beef or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting messages for females giving their opinions, this, that, and the third. I have heard nothing when I have started talking about this. The viewers are still there, the comments, and that's curious to me. That their comments on a rap beef that has nothing to do with nobody.
Right.
But now I'm talking some real shit. And now I'm talking some real shit. And this is all I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm going through the comments too. I don't see nothing.
Nothing. I don't know if you can see the Facebook comments.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. The Facebook comment.
Yeah. It's weird because again, I'm not telling anybody to tell you business. It's a simple question. Why do you think people and I put it not just to women, because men do the same shit, but why? If you cheat on somebody, why do you find the need to go back to them? And if you've never done it, I'm sure you know somebody who has. Because unfortunately, in this society and with social media and every other distraction out there, this stuff is put into place to rip relationships apart.
Yeah, 100%.
All of these things, the social media, the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, OnlyFans, especially motherfucking OnlyFans, all of that stuff is put into place to divide and conquer.
Yep, and that's what they've been doing within the last 5 years.
5. I said a lyric from the song "Drop It Like It's Hot," Snoop and Pharrell, right? That song came out 20 years ago. Pharrell set a bar on there: cheat on your man, girl, that's how you get a his head. So the narrative for that has been going on for quite some time. All right, Talia, I see you're back now. And give your opinion on this question. Why is it when a person, let's say, why is it if a female cheats, why does she try to come back to said person that she cheated on? Or if a man cheats, why do they try to come back to said person they cheated on? Why is that? This nigga, what up, Lomar? Yeah. I mean, so why is that? We having some real nigga talk on here, Lomar. So yeah, so why is that? So I'm just curious. Because again, this was a question posed. I said I get off in an hour. I ain't trying to hear that shit, girl. I ain't trying to hear it. My thing is, I mean, you probably find out that the grass ain't green on the other side, like you said. Now here's okay. So from experience, right? Right? Would you try to work it out?
Nope. That's a done deal.
Why
That's
not?
a done deal because you already made the decision on who you want to be with. If you chose somebody over me, there's no coming back. There's no coming back home. There's no coming back to me. There's no walking through the door. It's dead. It's dead.
Okay.
I don't come second to no nigga.
I know that's right.
That's just it.
No, that's right. So let me ask you another question. What if y'all had kids together?
No. I could still co-parent.
Of course.
Still co-parent. Still say hi. How you doing? You good? Okay, cool. No, you ain't coming back.
I'm just saying it because a lot of people will use that as one of the reasons of why they try to reconcile. That was one of the reasons for me. I ain't gonna bullshit.
Did it work out?
No, nigga, I'm divorced. The fuck? No. It just delayed the inevitable. And I tell you why. Because, and I know people who have been in marriages who have said that there was infidelity and things like that, and they decided to and they worked it out. Great.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see things is, um, because I've been asked, well, have you healed? You asked me this
Yeah.
last time.
Mhm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But from said, you know, I think that when you asked me how did I heal, I think it was more so in just the totality of, you know, my marriage not working out, not a set event, you know. Um,
Um, it was it was it was more so upset event. It was more so upset event because I'm just like, with that situation, that depending on the type of person, or depending on the person, I should say, that could damage a person to
it
not
can.
want to try, a relationship again or marriage again. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, let me tell you this. If I try marriage again, motherfucker, it's prenup. That's all, and I mean that shit.
Mm-hmm. hundred
Prenup has
percent.
a prenup has a bad PR representation. A
Mm-hmm.
prenuptial agreement is nothing more than insurance on a marriage. When you buy a new car, you have to get insurance.
Right.
When you buy a new home, you have to get insurance.
Right.
So when you get married, just get sign the fucking prenup. It doesn't mean you're if you going into your marriage thinking just because you have that piece of paper, because that's all a prenup is a signed fucking document. That is it. That shouldn't determine how much you try. That should have nothing to do with that. That's all some psychological bullshit that
Mm-hmm.
people try to put in people's head.
Mm-hmm.
All you're doing is protecting yourself. Now,
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, since you said, how did I heal from said event? Oh, well, now I can give you a different answer.
Okay.
From said event, how did I heal? First of all, faith. Faith. You know, um, when I recommitted myself to the church, got rebaptized, that really, really helped. Because
Mm-hmm.
again, and I also knew that I wasn't the only person. That's why I don't mind. That's why I'm not uncomfortable talking about it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because I know I'm not the only person who's been through it. Now, a person who may have committed those acts probably isn't comfortable talking about it. Most people
Right.
probably aren't,
Right.
because they'll probably think that they're being painted in a negative light, and that's not the intention. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you did the shit, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I mean, own it,
Mm-hmm.
and own it, and I don't mean own it in a good way, apologize and make no excuses about it. You know,
Right.
don't
Right.
say I'm sorry, but then fuck out of here with that.
Right.
See, because that's what I had to go through. Well, I'm sorry, but my ass. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So how did I heal? Again, faith, realizing that I was not the only person that went through this. Um, but and I would advise anybody who goes through this, man or woman, to forgive said person. You should for your own well-being, for your
Yeah.
own mental, because
Yeah.
then that person still has power over you that affects you in other future relationships. So you should definitely forgive. Now where people get it fucked up at is they think that when you forgive, you're supposed to forget. That ain't happening.
Mm-mm.
We're human beings. I don't give a fuck how much you say you forgive and forget. You're not forgetting that.
Right.
Because if you try to reconcile and situations come where you're at odds again, that's one of the first things you're going to think about. Oh, so
Mm-hmm.
she's mad at me. What's she going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Is she going to go out and do said dumb shit again? That enters your mind space.
I got two questions for you.
Mhm.
One of them is, how long did it take for you to forgive? And the second one is, how long did it take for you to heal?
Took me a minute to forgive because of all of the circumstances that went along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of the circumstances that went along with what happened. It took me a while to forgive. And now, when you say how long, now I can re-answer. Now I can give you the same answer that I gave you at first. And when it came to healing, I think I was truly healed when I walked away. Because
Mm-hmm.
when I walked away, I got a chance to see from a distance, not a very large distance, but from a distance. Now living under my own roof, why why I walked away, and that actually did heal me.
Okay.
It did heal me. Now did I forget? No. Will I forget? No, I'll never forget. Because for one, like I said, we're human beings. It puts you in that will put you in a mind space where I'm not gonna bite my tongue or walk on eggshells because we may be at odds, and then you may go decide to take those actions again. What that does is that lets me know what you're capable of.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I asked this question, to a person who had that happen to him, who was a victim of that. Why would you take the person back? Why?
That's a
Is it
good question.
is it because you have kids? Is it because you don't think you can do any better? Why? Because what you've shown me is that I'm not good enough for you. There was a point in time where you felt the need to go with somebody else while you were with me because I wasn't good enough. Now what the fuck makes me good enough now? So I had all of those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I had all of those emotions. And but what I promised myself I would not do, because this is where people get it fucked up and they ruin it for other relationships that they have. And this is how people ruin it for other relationships they have when somebody who was truly down for you and ready and willing to ride for you is there, but because maybe you haven't truly healed. Maybe you haven't
Mm-hmm.
truly healed. You still have the trauma, you still have the deja vu. And as soon as things hit speed bumps in a new relationship, your mindset is going to be like, here we go again. Unless it's the exact same, list of events that's
Yeah.
happening with a new person, you're dealing with somebody that has nothing to do with this.
Right.
And that's unfair to take it out on a person that has nothing to do with your last situation.
Right.
Now, if your next relationship goes out and cheats on you, you need to reassess the motherfuckers you deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You need to really but first, you need to take some time to truly get yourself right and reassess the motherfuckers you choose to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tell you, China is building robots that carry babies now. Women, be careful. China is building robots that can have babies. They are
Yeah.
building soulless bitches out here. Be careful.
That's why even now for me, like, I look see everywhere, here and there, but as far as making that choice, I'm gonna give that to God. I'm gonna let God make the next choice for me, because
Amen.
going through this all over again, yeah, nah, I'm not for it.
Amen.
I'm not for it, because listen, that shit broke me. It broke me. I ain't never dealt with it. Well, I won't say never, but I didn't deal with it to this capacity. This capacity broke me. And I was just like, I'm still dealing with it. But it's just like, man, like me out of all people. And the crazy thing about it is, and this is just my own opinion, but for the person who did the cheating, besides them receiving their karma, they always gonna have a reminder every season when they did it. Every year around whatever season or whatever time that they started it, they always gonna have a reminder
That
because
sounds. Go ahead. I'm
huh?
sorry. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say because that person who they cheated on is probably the person they really want to have around them. You know what I'm saying? Like their ego not gonna let them, let somebody let them tell somebody, oh, they missed that person. But realistically, they missed that person they cheated on, especially when that person ain't around no more.
Are you saying that they missed that person that they cheated on you with, or you?
No, on me. So like basically, like what I'm saying is that the person cheated on me, they miss me after me being gone and everything. They always gonna have a
Mhm.
reminder when they started cheating and when they did cheat until they kind of, I guess, get it out of their own head or whatever. But
Mhm.
it's always gonna be something where it's gonna be a reminder somewhere. Like, damn, I really messed up with that person. But
It's it's funny that you mentioned that. It's funny that you say that because do you watch the 5150? I don't know if I asked you this before.
5150, nah.
With Corey Holcomb.
Mm-mm.
You know, he asked a question, and it's funny that you asked me this because one of the topic of his show was how other men have access to your woman, and the shit
Mm-hmm.
is so real. The shit is so real. I'm trying to find a segment where he talks about it because people have already chopped it up, shit like that. Now, I want the real shit.
Mm-hmm.
And, the way I feel about that is like, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the means. And maybe the reason why I'm so comfortable talking about this situation and why, I can just be out with it is because I do have a lot of love to give in my heart. And there's a part of me that really wants to, you know, but there's also that part of me that, like I said, it's not from unhealed. It's just from now past experience,
Mm-hmm.
from not just what happened in my marriage, but my relationship after that I had after that,
Mm-hmm.
which really didn't bother me at all. As far as the fact, now, did I want it to work out? I did, but when it didn't, did it bother me? No, it was just a new level of petty that I was introduced to. It was a new level of petty that I was really introduced to, and I'm like, damn, these chicks out here, is this cold blooded? Like, that's crazy. Like, I didn't even do nothing to you. Like, that's crazy. But see, that's what happens when you deal with an unhealed person or a person who prides himself on being stupid, or prides himself
Mm-hmm.
on being
Mm-hmm. Or is what is it? Emotionally unavailable?
emotionally unstable.
Oh, that too. Mm-hmm.
Like I love Cardi B, but when she says I'm pretty and petty as fuck, yep, that be my stop sign for me with her. Yep.
Right. Right.
Like, yo, you want to do something? Like, you want to, you want to whop it out, but after that, no, 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 no. I mean, she pregnant now anyway, but I mean, like, I love Cardi. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty and petty. Because again, I asked this question to my boys before. When did become being ratchet become so fashionable? Answer that question for me, sir.
Shit, I have no answer for that one. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause that I don't know. I don't honestly. I would probably say when Cardi came out. It's when Cardi came out. Actually, not even just when she came out with her music. It was when she came out on Love and Hip Hop.
I'm not even talking about her as an individual. I'm talking about in general.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying like when it became real popular, the way you saw it more out in the open, it was when
Mhm.
she came on Love and Hip Hop.
Oh yeah.
Because people started seeing that, oh, this is something that exists. You could be ratchet and make money off of it. And that's exactly what she was doing. She was putting herself on TV. She was already rapping. She,
She
not
was
to
the
say she
first.
wasn't getting nowhere,
She was the
but
first artist off of Love and Hip Hop who really popped.
right. But she used the platform for what it was. She was still ratchet on there and everything. She still was herself. And after that, that took off. Every other chick wanted to be like Cardi. They wanted to be ratchet, especially if they stripped. That was just a thing. It was like, yo, I strip too. I'm ratchet too. Let me rap about the same stuff she rap about.
And the thing is, because like before her, particularly on Love and Hip Hop, it was the chick Stevie J old chick. What was her name? Evelyn?
Yeah, yeah. Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. Yeah, Jocelyn.
Hmm.
She was like trying to do the same thing. It just didn't pop with her.
Yeah,
And that was
yeah.
like around like 2012.
Hmm.
And even I mean, it's just crazy. It's like it just it may be entertaining, but I definitely tell my daughter, I wish you would.
Hmm.
Now, this is what I'm talking about as far as Corey Holcomb's show. Check this out.
Only thing I ask, I be hearing that phone buzz sometimes.
Oh, but he hasn't. I told him earlier to take it. Make sure it's on vibrate.
Yeah. Okay, so look, let's just go into the Corey Holcomb type stuff. I want to ask all of you men out there who are in relationships to hear me as I pose this question. How is your woman so accessible to so many men? Let me make sure you hear that. If you got a woman, how is your woman so accessible to so many men? Let me explain. Nowadays, we got this thing called social media. Okay? Now let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Social media is basically a dating app where you can order a bitch. Is it anything more than that?
For
me, that's not what it is.
You can get in contact with somebody that you'd never have access to.
That's what social media is, a dating app where you can order a bitch. You tell me what that's wrong.
Shit, not for me.
If your woman has more than 20 pictures this year on the internet, your bitch belong to the game. This is a fact that I can prove it. Let me say that again. If your woman, and I'm being lenient, if your woman got more than 20 pictures on the internet this year, your bitch belong to the game. Stop saying that's your woman. That's our woman. She's accessible to me. If I was able to DM your woman and ask her for the womb, you should not be in my DM talking about why you talking to my woman. You should be asking your woman, why is he accessible? Why are you accessible to this man? Because that's the first thing y'all did wrong. If I can get to your woman, there's a good chance I can get your woman.
When I saw that, why that hit home for me, because I thought about, in the past where, like, motherfuckers' phones would be ringing at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, where are the boundaries at? See, that's the first thing. You got to have some boundaries, starters. Well, for starters, Your phone, you shouldn't be giving your number to no other dude anyway if you're in a relationship. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you knew him way back before. If you knew him before they got in a relationship and you lost his number, you fell out of touch, oh well.
Right.
If it's a situation where you knew him and you always been close, you always been tight, okay, that's different. And I'm not saying that because my best friend is one of my best friends is a female. But you know, where you grew up with him, you knew him, you never lost touch, you still frequently talk, that's different than somebody you knew, you totally lost touch with for years. You come back in touch, and now you're in a relationship, but I'm still giving this motherfucker number. You are off limits now.
Mm-hmm.
You are off limits. And boundaries.
But see, that's the key word. That's the key word. Boundaries. And
Yeah.
a lot of these females, here's the other key word. Don't respect boundaries.
Nope.
And they don't respect the man.
Nope.
And that's why I believe that within the next 2 to 3 years, it's gonna be a lot of lonely middle-aged 40-year-old women.
It is now.
Oh yeah, it definitely is now. But it's gonna be even more because they doing this like it's a fad. And they don't realize that they're separating themselves from men. Like,
well, because there's been a feminist movement and masculinity is trying to be taken off of the table. And
right.
You're right, it is being treated like it's a fad. And yep, there's gonna be some lonely people out there.
Yeah.
Lonely. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Let me get back into a relationship, and it's late at night, and that fucking phone ring, and it's another nigga voice. Nah. Older me has learned some shit, and you got to go. I don't give a fuck if it's an emergency. Unless it has something to do with one of your kids, if you have any, or a family member. I don't give a fuck if it's an emergency. Call somebody else. And I don't want to hear, well, they ain't got nobody else. Bullshit.
Right, that part.
Bullshit.
That's like you answering the phone for a female. They not trying to hear that.
They ain't trying to hear that.
They gonna be like, yo, so who is that? Who is she?
Exactly.
Why is she calling you?
Exactly. They ain't got nobody else.
Yeah.
Female be like, well, I guess she ain't got nobody then. Tell her don't fucking call your phone no more.
Right. Shit, I have gotten to the point now where I've even set my own boundaries for myself.
Yeah.
That anybody I know, you got to call me before 9 o'clock. especially on the weekday. You got to call me before 9 o'clock. You call me at 9 o'clock.
What the fuck time
that
we got to
phone is
be
on
at that
do
bus?
not disturb.
What the fuck time we got to be at that bus, my nigga?
Right. 5 in the morning.
The fuck time? What time we got to get up to be at that bus, my nigga?
5 in the morning and
Hello.
be at the bus by 6.
Hello.
No later than 6:15.
Hello.
So if you trying to call or text, you better do it before 9 o'clock.
Hello.
That's it.
Now, will I sit here and say that I do that every night? No.
Oh no, me neither.
but I make a conscious effort of it. I promise.
Yeah.
I do make an effort of it. No, because really, when it particularly when I don't have my kids, like this, niggas would think, oh yeah, you probably trying to do this, that, and the third. Nigga, when I don't have my kids with me, bro, I be in this bitch trying to just chill.
Yeah. Shoot, I'm gonna tell you what I was doing yesterday, right? So I decided because I haven't been like sleeping too well lately,
Mhm.
and I needed just a moment to myself, and I decided to take a bubble bath yesterday.
TMI.
Nah, that's not too much.
No, I'm messing with you.
I took me a little bubble bath. You know what I'm saying? I wound up messing up the neighbor's ceiling though.
I'm
Uh,
fucking weak.
Yo, nah, it's crazy though, cause I filled the tub up like to the not to the very top, but it's a silver part that's in the tub that behind that is a drain,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that. So the water was just spilling over into the drain. Next thing you know, I get a knock on the door from a maintenance person talking about, yo, it's a flood underneath you, and your neighbor's ceiling is flooded.
Oh.
Yeah, that was crazy. But all in all, like I said, I took me a little bubble bath because I just needed space to time to myself. You know what I'm saying, to relax, like just chill. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
That's
gonna be honest with you. I haven't taken a bubble bath in a minute.
man, you gotta try it, bro. Go to Dollar Tree, get you some candles.
Oh, I keep those, bro. I keep those
Okay,
on
well,
deck.
yeah, like just some small
But
candles around the tub.
see what I do is like I'm a different nigga, you know. And look, we're not on our Casa Na shit talking about taking showers and shit because that shit is suspect as fuck to me. I'm just saying that shit is suspect as fuck. But when I'm really tired and I have that shower hot as motherfucker, hot, I'll just sit down because when I'm so tired,
Yeah,
where I don't even feel like standing. I just
yeah,
sit down and just
yeah,
let that shit just
yeah. Sometimes you feel like that.
yeah.
Sometimes you
But
feel like that.
sometimes you do need to whatever you need to do, whatever you need to do to just have your you time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, when my kids ain't here, bro, I be laying down. But that 9 o'clock that be me
Yeah, yeah.
because I don't have to make sure that no showers are taken or I don't have to cook dinner for nobody else when it's just me here.
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple of my boys be hitting me up. Hey, let's go do this, go do that. Like, nah, bro. And I be in the bed. It be 9 o'clock. It be 9 o'clock, and I be laying down. Do I fall asleep? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I am in full on chill mode.
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah.
full on chill mode. And sometimes you need that for yourself, for your own mental. And sometimes you even need that in a relationship because relationships, they take work. They take
Mm-hmm.
work. But again, if you get in a rough patch in your relationship, not even a rough patch because y'all just not seeing eye to eye. Some people just step out and cheat just because they fucking bored.
Yeah,
Then you for the streets.
yeah.
Let me go back to this video right quick.
There's a lot of women who don't want nothing to do with me. Soon as I say something to them, they be like, not you. I understand that. And I just chalk it up to the game, Craig. That's one who, okay, I couldn't get that one. But a lot of them I could get to, I get them. Because of the 7 deadly sins that they're willing to bypass and live their life how they want to live their life. If they didn't, if the deadly sins was of any importance to them, I would not be able to get to them. But they don't care about them sins. I'm able to get to her. She's accessible. You need to understand that. Stop being mad at men like me because we got your girl.
Or who he thought.
I love to hear what D got to say about this.
Or he thought who that was his girl, because if she replied or opened any of those messages, that was an instant, that's not your girl. That's it. She's not supposed to be opening up messages.
I never thought you would have had something to say that makes sense, but good one, D.
Oh, whatever.
Give D some credit for having something to say. Somebody say they just want them pockets, bro. That's okay. Whatever reason they get up with me. Your girl is accessible to me for whatever reason you want to say, but I'm tired of you claiming her as your girl only. This is dangerous for you to claim a woman that's very accessible as your girl, because that's our girl. If I can access her, let's talk about a woman who work a job. Now, we all know if your woman work a job, her job is a dick, pussy meeting of proximity.
It's real shit though.
Don't get mad. Listen to the streets talking to you. Your woman job is a dick, pussy meeting of proximity.
Unless you're a bus driver.
The reason them dudes at the job can talk to your woman, influence your woman, etc., I ain't even got to say the rest. I'm gonna say it. The reason they have a chance to skeet in your woman is because she's there working with men that want to have sex with her. Does this make you a bad man? No. But I'm here to tell you, who is your girl? Who is your girl? Can men who talk to your girl break through at the job? I don't think most men are wise enough to say yes. But if a man is able to talk to your woman, he can break through. I used to have a lady who had a job, and she used to call her boss.
Right.
She's like, my boss, Chuck, he this. My boss, Chuck, he that. But I was too young to know what to say. But it always sounded weird when she said, my boss, Chuck. I used to be like,
Fuck Chuck.
wait,
That's the greatest. Like,
yo, boss, Chuck. Yeah, Chuck, he's doing this, and he's got me
he's so smart.
promoted, and Chuck, he's my boss, and all. And I was too young to know. I was too young
Chuck
mentally to tell her, bitch, don't ever call no motherfucker no boss in front of me.
Right.
You work up there. Chuck might be your superior, but don't say my boss Chuck to me. That's what I would say now as an older man.
Right.
Don't tell me about nobody your boss. If I ain't your boss, then you in the wrong spot being around me. But I'm saying, somebody say I was a work husband.
But you know, I got
Somebody say
something
Chuck
to
back
say
there,
to
bugging.
that.
Yeah.
So, you know, but stuff like this been going on for a long time. Because if you
Long
think
motherfucker.
about it, right?
Yep.
Think about back when, like back in the 90s or the early 2000s, back when like Ja Rule, DMX, Rough Riders, all of them was going on tour. You used to have niggas that was in relationships and would go with their girl to the room, to the hotel room, and drop their girl off and be like, all right, I'm gonna come get you later.
I wish the fuck I would.
Yo, I've seen that on tape, bro.
No, I know it happens. I know that happens.
I could never. And if my chick asks for that, oh yeah, all right, go ahead. You go right ahead. I'm gonna leave you right where you stand.
And you know what else used to go on around them tours? Most of them girls who was waiting at the hotel room or the backstage or whatever, most of them chicks was underage. Cause I've been backstage at a B2K concert when I was 19 years old.
Oh,
and there won't nothing but a bunch of bitches there about between the ages of 15 and my age at the time, 19. Yep. Because that's when I was on with the production company. We had a compilation album coming out. I was with a A&R from Def Jam. The A&R from Def Jam got me back there. I didn't even fucking like B2K. I didn't even want to be there. But I had to help promote this compilation album. So I had to go there. It was the Scream Tour. Yeah. It was a Scream tour. My homegirls did not believe me when I told them that I was gonna be there because they knew I fucking hated B2K. I hated B2K. And they didn't believe me until the fucking lights came on after the show, and I was right there at the front row, the only nigga sitting down. I'm not making this up. I don't know if my homegirl Alicia is still on here. She can verify this shit. The only nigga who's sitting down. All these, that was after, because once I came from backstage, they said, okay, well, we got a seat for you here. It was very front row. I'm like, bitch, shut up. I'm sitting there like, I sing better than these niggas. Do y'all know that? And when the lights came on, when the show was over, my phone rings. I know that's not you in the front row. I said, I told y'all I had to be here. They're like, I hate you. I don't know why. Did you meet any of them? Yeah. Met all of them motherfuckers. Yeah, I did. Sat backstage in a room where Mario played in one of my tracks. But most of them girls back there, I wish I would drop my chick off there.
Yeah,
I wish I would. Yeah.
That's wild.
But see, that's young girl shit.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is when you when you get around our age and you're supposed to be in an established relationship and you still doing shit like that.
Right. Let me ask you this. Ooh, I'm glad you said that. I wish it was more females on here because I really got a question for the females too, though.
They on here. They just silent right now. They here, bro.
My question is this. At what age are you too old for you to be chasing after another nigga?
Chasing after another regular nigga or a celebrity nigga?
No, a regular nigga. Like if you were already in a relationship and you decide to want to cheat, at what age are you too old to be cheating or chasing after another nigga?
That's a good question. Because what if you're in a relationship and you cheat, but said person is chasing you? Because that's how most of this shit happens. You know, a dude is talking shit to you and they done caught your attention, and now there are no boundaries. They're chasing you, but they caught you. You know, now if you a woman out there, and now that situation does happen.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was working at TP, and it was this lady who was married and had no shame in her game trying to chase dick. And she was trying to, and she threw it my way, and I'm like, nah, I'm married. I'm married. Couldn't fucking believe it because I was going through shit in my marriage too. Couldn't fucking believe it. And I was going through shit in my marriage, and I'm like, ain't this a bitch? Why do I have to be a good nigga? Why can't I be like those dogs? Why can't I be ratchet? Because working in teleperformance, the opportunity was there several times. Times. These motherfuckers out here, bitches don't give a fuck. Just like niggas don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give a fuck. So what age? I don't know. What do you think?
First of all, I feel like this, and this is my personal opinion. If you reach 35, that's the cutoff limit. Like
for cheating?
Not just cheating, but if you gonna go chase another nigga, like
yeah,
you're 35. Like, come on. You don't know what you want by then?
You know, I'm gonna answer that question. There are a lot of women who don't at 35, they don't know what they want. They just know they don't want to be alone.
Okay, what about 37?
The same shit. Same shit. I was just literally before I got on here, I was on the phone with my boy who been on here before too. And we was talking about this chick that he know. who's 40 and still is out there living that life.
Mm,
Got a 21-year-old daughter and everything else. 40 and still trying to act and still out here thought boxing.
mm.
It just everybody's different.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
40 got about 5 motherfucking kids. Still looks great. She looked great.
mm-hmm.
But still out there thought boxing it. Mm-hmm. It all depends on the person. Yep. Because if you can get attention, some people just like that attention, bro. But see, what fucks me up is that, like, women in particular, there's some women out there that just make life so difficult for themselves, just because it's never enough.
Right.
There's women out there who make life so fucking difficult. There are women out there who could have just such an easy life, but they get in their own fucking way. And eventually a nigga with sense is gonna be like, you know what, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
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 For whatever reason, women get in their own fuck. So there's some women out there who just get in their own way.
And they be funny because a lot of them same women be the same ones that sit there and say that they want to be married.
Yeah. But see, they want to be married, but they want they want to run the show. They want everything to be their way.
Mm-hmm.
And those same women who the same women, bro. I go through it. I went through it. Like, if it's not going exactly the way that said person wants it to go, then they're not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, you know, their life is easy and simple. If everything's not going exactly the way they want it, it's a problem. Like, there's always a battle to fight.
Right.
And like I said, those people and those type of people just get in their own way. And I can't do nothing but, I mean, like, and I, you know, and you know, if you really love somebody, if you really love somebody, it's really agonizing when you have to deal with that shit. It really
Mm-hmm.
is, because you're like, why are you wired like this? And then eventually you're just like, you know what, fuck it. You know, I can't.
But you know what? I have reason to believe that a part of that probably is because of either their father or their mother was that way.
Both. Could be
Or
both.
both. Yeah. Yeah,
Could be
both.
both.
So it's kind of like embedded in them. And they don't not to say that they don't realize it because they know it, but they don't make changes until they hit about 45 years old and they wondering why they still single.
No, see what happens then is once they get to be 45 years old, the only people that they can find are people, when you get to that age and you're still single, the only type of man who's going to stay with you is one that you can control.
Mm-hmm.
Then that could be anywhere from rich dummy to fresh out the pen. And most likely you're not going to get a rich dummy. You know, because a rich dummy will have other rich smart motherfuckers saying, man, if you don't drop this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But a downtrodden dude who's just trying to reestablish himself back in society, oh yeah, you can control them to a certain extent. Because I've seen that shit go horribly wrong. Trust me. I've seen that shit go horribly wrong. When you think you try to control a nigga, and then all of a sudden, the nigga who's already got a history says, you know what? Nope. But yeah, when you get 45 years old, when you get to that age, most likely the only people who will stay with you is somebody that you can control. Somebody who, for the most part, can't stand on 2 feet by themselves, figuratively.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy as a bitch, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That is crazy.
It is. I've seen it, bro. I have fucking seen it. I have. And it's I don't want to say it's funny, but sometimes it kind of is. Sometimes it kind of is funny. Because you like, man, when this motherfucker realizes the game you trying to run, oh shit. Like I said, I've seen that shit happen. And it's like, bruh. Because these my way of the highway ass motherfuckers, shit. You can kick rocks with that.
Mm-hmm.
These my way of the highway ass motherfuckers. And they're out there. I promise you, they are out there. Mm-mm-mm. Let me play a little bit more from this video.
Everybody who has proximity to your woman is a threat.
100%. But it ain't on you, it's on her.
Explain. What if y'all need the money?
I mean, then that's a different understanding, but that's her pussy. So what your woman do with her pussy, you want her to oblige you and do right by you. But at the end of the day, man, it's only a reflection of her character, what she does with her vagina. Every man, you got to get to a point where you can separate your self-worth from a woman's mistake. A woman gonna call you a bitch ass nigga, call you a little dick bastard, all type of shit. But that's her. That's her mouth. That's her pussy. That's her body. You have to let her make the choice and move accordingly. It's a blessing if a woman chooses another man. It don't make that nigga over you. Can't no nigga fucking your bitch make him above you. That just makes him a nigga that got her pussy. Now you know what you got in front of you. You move on to the next bitch.
Your woman, when she goes to work, she needs to be under the understanding. I have to go get this check because somebody else is allowed to speak to me more than 30 seconds.
Right.
If your woman ain't got that understanding, y'all are off as a couple. Every day your woman go to work, she's supposed to be like, God damn it. I got to go in here and have empty conversations.
And let me ask you a real player question.
With males that are indirectly trying to smash. If she's going to work, you think people ain't gonna smash?
They're gonna try.
You got to be out your mind if you think your woman is at work and that pussy ain't challenged.
How can a weaker thing hurt you unless you allow it? Like you could be extremely disappointed in a bitch's behavior. Like I'm disappointed because I thought you was different. But at the end of the day, when a woman that's in a committed relationship and a man fucks another guy, she's trying to hurt you and reassess what you think your value is.
Well, what if she's just a slut? Like, do you understand what a slut is?
Yeah, that's a bitch with a hungry pussy, a bitch who could probably burp with her pussy. This is sexual appetite. Yeah, but that's a trauma response. Being a slut comes from being hurt.
Really?
As a child.
You don't think some women are just born sluts?
I think women are born and then they're either molested, beat up, or taught wrong, and they become sluts. But being a slut is who would purposely put themselves in danger? What woman would purposely put herself in the
There's a lot.
No, I'm saying I don't mean that I don't mean like they won't, but I'm saying where does your psyche have to be to just jump into the pit with the tigers?
Let me explain something.
All right.
And I know you're gonna know I ain't lying.
For sure.
Craig, do you understand, according to the Bible, why a woman bleeds during her prime years every month?
Nah, I don't know according to the Bible.
Okay, let me explain something to you. See, There was a time when Adam and Eve lived disease free. They wasn't hungry. The food was just brought to them.
Right.
Eve didn't have pain, but she was the first female and she craved it. It's just nobody says this. She wanted to see what was up with that. That's why she broke the golden rule, and ever since she been bleeding
Right.
once a month. She bleeds once a month. She goes around the tigers you talking about.
Right.
It happens all the time. Most of the women that I show the least appreciation to have the most patience with me.
Right.
Do you think that's a coincidence?
No, that's because other dick is in the picture. Their appetite is
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. There's chaos in the ladies, and we're trained not to say that. How can you be a woman and look in the mirror if more than 10 men have slept with you? In fact, how can you be a woman complaining about any man if more than 10 men have slept with you? It's insane. How do you expect for one man to be what is necessary if you have slutted yourself out?
Let it out.
I agree. That's a
That's a real question.
You got women who will complain about whatever they want to say, but they are recipients of practice dick. That's all they did was practice on you. And you wanted the practice from the guys that you know ain't nothing. I know a bitch who had a party and invited some of the most bogus men in the city. And you say to them, what is that man even doing here? And they don't have an answer. You're like, you have danger around you at your party. Now, I'm not saying men don't do it, but I'm saying as a woman who needs help from a man to get a man up off her, why would you have a party full of villains?
Because she don't understand. Well, not.
This is what I'm trying to tell you, Craig. I'm trying to explain it where you can understand.
No, I'm with you.
You have to believe that that woman is in search of chaos. Because
sure.
her whole life shows she's chased the chaos.
That's the type of woman who lives in California and her kids live in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? So
somebody say we talking practice.
No, that's true.
Corey, a goddamn hater.
It's some women out here that's all they know is chaos.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I know women just like that. But see, one thing only thing I disagree with Corey as far as when he says, what if some women are just born, sluts or whatever? It's a learned behavior.
Yeah.
I believe it's a learned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Whether directly or indirectly, it's something the said person has seen something, whether it was from a family member, from a friend, television, whatever. It's a learned behavior. Yeah, I don't think anybody just comes out the womb, just wanting to act like that. I think that's a learned behavior. Now, some people are more curious than others.
Right. Or it's happened to them. Because something, I will say this, whether it's man or woman, if you've been sexually assaulted or raped or any of that, at some point, once you kind of get past what happened to you, like, when I say past, I don't mean like you forget about it, but you actually understand what happened to you.
Yeah.
You go on this trail of trying to regain your innocence back, but like that power that was taken from you. But by doing so, you wind up becoming this overly sexualized person, this, a slut
A
or
jump off.
whatever, a jump off, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's because in reality, you trying to gain that power back that was taken from you. That's really what it is at the end of the day. But the thing is, no matter how crazy you get in the bed, how nasty you get, it's not gonna make a difference. It's not gonna make a difference.
Nah.
You'll
You know,
you'll never regain what you lost. And then at the end of
no,
the day,
can't regain that.
once you get you get a few nuts off and you back by yourself, the reality sets in that wait a minute, I just really did that to myself. Or you just go to sleep because you know it was good and you went to sleep. But the
Bust
next
a
day
nut,
when
go to sleep.
right, the next day when you wake up, yeah, you might think about it, reminisce, whatever the case may be. But in reality, when you actually have to sit with yourself, you're gonna realize like, yo, I didn't need that. I didn't need that. I shouldn't have did that. I didn't have to do that. But
Unless it's
what it
somebody that you could see yourself having a future with.
right, exactly.
You know, but
Right.
basically like one night stands or some shit like that.
Right.
Yeah.
One
I
night
mean,
stands or somebody that you trying to make something out of with, but they not there with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
and that's what people do a lot too, especially females. Like they'll find a guy that they have such a high interest in, and they in their mind that's their man. But to that man, he ain't nothing. She ain't nothing to him.
Yeah. That's like that Trey Songz song, Circles. Like with a couple that you're broken up, but you always find yourself back, intimate, blah, 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 that you can't really move on from. But as far as the innocence thing goes, no, once you lose that, you can't get that back. I told you, bro. Again, it's another thing that I'm not afraid to talk about. I mean, well, well see, this is more sensitive because I really haven't talked about this outwardly, but I'm not afraid to talk about it. It's just the memory had to be unlocked. You know, my innocence was taken from me.
Mm,
It was. My innocence was taken from me. And but again, males look at things differently from females.
mm-hmm.
When I say my innocence was taken from me, I don't mean that as I was slapped around and forced
Right.
to do anything like that. You know, no, that wasn't the case. You know, I wasn't physically abused,
Right.
you know, but my innocence was taken away from me from older girls.
Was it an Antoine Fisher moment?
No, because she would slap him in the face.
Okay.
No, she would physically abuse him.
Okay.
No, it was more of me being 6 or 7, and girls saying, "Hey, look what I got. Look what I can do." You know, girls who would be like 11 and 12.
Mm,
You know, look what I can do. At the time, I was like 6 or 7. Look what I can do. You know, look. Because look, I was a pretty motherfucker as a little boy. I
mm,
was. I mean,
mm.
I'm not saying this to toot my own
No,
horn.
yeah, yeah.
I wasn't like people. You'll be like, you were handsome. No, people wouldn't call me handsome. Just like my grandparents and my dad would not even my dad. Just like my grandmothers would be like,
Mhm.
hey, he's so handsome. They would call me pretty because I had the silky curly white boy hair. You know, I'm serious. I could sing, all of that stuff, and I'm talking about as a little ass boy.
Mhm.
So they're like, show me how look. Next thing you know, my grandmother used to have these card parties. Who I'll never forget that night. Oh my goodness. We had just moved. My mom and my sister, my mom and my sister just moved out to Holland Springs. I was like fucking 6, 7 years old. And my grandmother decided to have her card party at my mom's house. Well, one of her club mates had her granddaughters from Philadelphia in town. And I'm gonna say this, parents, when your kids go upstairs and shut the door amongst a downstairs full of adults, do yourself a favor and check on them. You may have to tear somebody's ass up when you check on them, but check on them. Because, and I never counted this as me losing my virginity. But if I want to be technical about it, that's the night I lost my virginity, technically. Because I'm talking about this chick took it all away. I'm talking about all the way. You know, and I'm talking about this chick and her sister took it all the way. I'm not making this shit up. Took it all the way. And the thing about it is my sister knew about this shit and threatened to blackmail me for years behind that shit. If you don't do such and such, I'm gonna tell mom about that night. Wow. I'm like, oh, I'm dead ass serious.
Wow.
It got to a point, I'm gonna say like 5 years later, I was like, man, I don't care. Tell her. Fuck, I don't care. I'm saying I lived under that for years, bro. I think I was about 11, 12. About 12 when I finally said, no, I don't give a fuck. Tell. So what? Because at this point, I done some more shit. I didn't have more. No, but the thing about it is, I had more shit like that happen to me. That was just the first time and the most extreme time. What I'm talking about all the way. I'm talking about totally bare. I'll never forget that shit. Never forget that shit. Grab me, look, lover boy, and put the covers underneath, put the covers over top us, and just did what the fuck she wanted to do. And I'm 7 years old. I'm like 6, no more than 7. I'm just like, never forget that night. Because I wasn't physically abused. I didn't go tell on her neither.
That's crazy.
Everybody do shit differently. And the thing about it is, I can count a few times that shit happened to me, not to that extreme, but to where older girls who were like friends of my mom, their daughters and shit like that, would do shit like that to me. Either at my house or my grandparents' house on Azalea Avenue, would do shit like that. Grab me, pull me in the fucking closet at my grandparents' old house. Shut the closet door. Now at that time, that was pretty close. Not quite that, but that was pretty. I mean, this, and then I already told you about the one who was really older. And and when I say that stuff, I'm not saying that stuff to be like, oh, I need to go find them because I'm a pressure. What the fuck? I would know. No, I don't want no. I don't want to take any action. No, no. If anything, I see how they look now. I'm all grown up now. I'm all grown up now. You don't have to do X, Y, and Z. What's up? Let me stop.
You a fool.
I tell you what though, if I saw that girl, the one from Philly, I would probably stop and look at her like, some shit you never forget. Some shit you never fucking forget. I remember one time this was about 8 years later. My grandmother said, "Oh yeah," her clubmate sent her a picture of her granddaughter who was like, I think she had no, matter of fact, she was about to graduate from high school. So I was still like, I was maybe like a young teenager, maybe like 12, maybe 13, something like that. And she sent a picture. Look at the picture of so-and-so. She about to graduate from high school. I just looked at the picture. I was like, you don't say. I looked at the picture. I was like, where's she at in Philly? Because I got family in Philly. I got family in Philly. Yeah. I mean, that's where my mom's from.
Okay.
Yeah. So I used to go to Philly every year. So, but yeah, that shit like that happens, shit like that. It happened, Now, what if do I think that messed me up in the head? No. Did it over sexualize me as a person? No. I tell you why. Because I lived predominantly most of my childhood in a house with nothing but women. My mom and my sister. So I had to hear the feminist stuff. Todd, don't you, don't do this and treat a woman with respect, this, that, and the third. All good. Okay. So I always kept that in mind. So I always did try to treat a female with the utmost respect. And I still do to this day. But I can I can tell the difference between a woman and a biatch. Because that would used to be something. No, you don't call a woman a bitch. I will call a bitch so quick now. I don't give a fuck. Because life done life me, nigga.
right.
Life done life me. I didn't see. And the thing about it is, me growing up with women, you see how the plots and the schemes can go. And I'm not saying there's still no shade on nobody, but you can see that shit. I could write a book, bro. I really could. I could write a book. I could.
Probably should, man. You might be New York Times bestseller, #1 bestseller, man.
You know what? Audio book, nigga. I ain't writing all that shit. I'll talk it. I say. I'm serious, bro. The amount of shit that the amount of experiences that I had before I was 10 years old was crazy. Would blow your mind. And it was truly when I got to public school that I was like, where I was just like, all right, where that shit for real stop happening. Because my first couple years of school, I was at private school. I was in Catholic school.
Oh.
The stuff that would be happening up in there ain't had nothing to do with Jesus.
Right. Well, that's what they say. They say that's where it go down there.
And if there's anybody who if there's anybody watching this who's known me forever, and I mean forever, don't be surprised, because particularly like if my mother is watching, she used to find love notes written to me in my book bag when I was in second grade, like fresh love notes too. And when I say fresh, the language was fresh. Don't be surprised. That shit happened, man. This is what it is. That to me, that didn't give me no trauma. The shit that happened when I was an adult is what's giving me the trauma. Shit. Ain't none of that shit gave me no trauma. Like I said, when that one night, I never forget that shit. Because you talking about innocence being taken. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But any traumatizing shit happened since I've been grown.
I got a question. How would you take it if your son told you that happened to him?
Well, I would dap him up so quick, give him a big ass motherfucking hug, and I'd go buy him a big ass box of condoms. No, I wouldn't. I'm just joking. No, I'm not. No, I'm just joking. No, I am. No, if my son told me that, gosh, because me and my dad had that. Because once the word got out about what happened that night when I was like 7, that's when me and my dad had the talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when she found out about it, because I was just like, "What are y'all gonna put me on punishment for some shit that happened back in 1990? Are you fucking joking?" Yes, I was like, "Is that really what we about to do? I'm about to be grounded for something that happened 5 years ago? Really? So like me? Like you should ground her for trying to blackmail me on the shit." Like,
Right.
So if that happened to my son, now if it happened to my daughter, I'm trying to kill somebody.
Right. Right.
No, but if it happened to my son, I would just have to have that talk with him, and I already have had that talk with him. I already have had that talk with him. But see, if I found out that happened to him that young, I would feel some type of way.
Mhm.
I would feel some type of way because I've been there for him every day.
Mhm.
Every day. And I'm not saying that my father wasn't, but him and my mom's divorce was a lot different than mine.
Mhm.
A lot more bitterness involved, and women who are listening, if it doesn't work out in your relationship, don't. If you have a father that is willing, that wants to be in the kid's life, don't let your bitterness keep a man away from his children, because that only hurts the children. Don't.
Facts.
That only
Facts.
hurts the children. Don't let bitterness affect children. I can say this. Like I've been with my son every day. So if that happened to him at a young age, I would ask the question, where the fuck was I?
Mhm. That's
I
probably
would
the
ask
main question. Yeah.
that. Say what?
So that's probably the main question right there.
Yeah, where the fuck was I at? Because my kids know that if you have company and you go upstairs, if I hear that door shut, I'm right up there. Pop! Don't shut the door. Period. Don't
Mhm.
shut the door. That's rule in my house. You have company, keep that motherfucking door open. And I think maybe that is indirectly come from what I experienced
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
kid. Because them
Yeah.
doors was shut, them doors was locked, them clothes was off. And um I don't know if, like I said, maybe that indirectly has something to do with that. But yeah, I don't play them. I don't play those games. But like my son is 14 years old. He's about to start working. It's like, what do I say to him? I mean, I've already had the quote unquote talk with him. It's at this point in time, it's more or less of when they get to high school, it's like I'm not gonna sit there and baby him. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm
Right.
not gonna sit here and baby him and follow behind him with every move that he makes. Go ahead, check your email, Talia. I'm not gonna walk behind him behind every step he takes. I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah. High school is a different that's a different ball game. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, cause even for me, when I was in high school, I had plenty of opportunity. I ain't gonna hold you. I started off late, but I started off late for a reason though, cause it was a lot of little dots in my school.
yeah,
And when I started finding out who was who, I was like, yeah, nah, these joints getting ran through. But I had plenty of opportunities, but it was just like, nah, I heard about this one, I heard about that one, this one is burning that one. I was just like,
yeah.
yeah, nah, I'm good.
Now, mind you,
I'm
once
good.
I got into public school, like I said, everything like I didn't go through those things. Um, from fourth grade into 12th grade, I was in public school, in Holland Springs. I didn't go through that stuff. Now I started being regularly active at 11th grade. 11th grade, that's when I was regularly active. From 11th grade on, that's when I was regularly active.
Hmm.
You know, and shit, I ain't give a fuck. I ain't give a fuck. We have a female on here.
Oh,
What's up with you?
nothing. I'm on the way home.
I ain't gonna be but so much longer because I got to be up at 6:30 in the morning.
That's perfect with me. I've been up since 5 this morning, so
I
I'm
know you
tired.
sound like us. You driving the bus now,
Bro,
sweetie?
No, I just, gotta pay these bills.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Well, Talia, this is my homeboy P Dot. P Dot, this is my homegirl Talia.
Peter, what's good?
chilling, chilling. How you doing,
What
Talia?
a hand clap sound at?
Oh, I need to add that. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna
Oh
do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that. You got it. And I got it upstairs on my desktop. I tell you what, I got something I'll add.
Well, that was just evil laugh.
Crazy. You niggas are crazy.
Mischievous laugh.
You niggas are crazy.
Okay.
Another
I'm around your neck of the woods.
My neck of the woods?
I'm off East Perm.
Oh yeah, okay. I know that's right.
But I'm back. I'm driving back to Southside.
I know that's right. You've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. Hell yeah. But go ahead and ask the initial question. This is the initial question. I know you had to step away because you was at work. Go ahead, Dot.
Oh, well, the initial
Uh,
question was, why do women go back to the man that they cheated on?
oh my goodness. This is a question I wanted to avoid. I am not the one to answer these type of questions because I've never really been in a situation or a relationship. Um, but I can only assume
There you
women
go. That's
might
all we
go
want.
back.
There you go.
I can only assume that women might go back for a sense of something familiar, something safe, something that they know. And if the guy is willing to accept her back, then he's not too aware of his worth.
All right. So now let me ask you another question. Um, should a person, and I'm not just gonna put this as should a man take a woman, should a person take another person back who stepped outside a relationship? Okay, let me a matter of fact, I'm gonna inject you into this conversation. Would you, if somebody stepped outside on you, would you take them back if they tried to come back and get into the good graces?
It depends. I would have to look at the history. If this is their first time, if this, like we all get misled by temptation. Um, I mean, the the prideful or the egotistical answer would be yes, but I know the type of person I am. And I feel as though if I was in that situation, if somebody stepped out in a relationship, in our relationship, if they stepped out, I probably would take them back. Um, just based upon my past issues, but I wouldn't keep letting them slide. Like, okay, you made a mistake. I
So wait,
will, I will accept your apology this time, but the next time, I ain't playing them fucking games.
so I got a question now. You say based on your past issues, what
Yeah,
how far back does that go for you to say I'll take them back this time? What past issues makes you want to say okay to taking somebody back?
just based off, I would say it takes me a while to really actually connect with somebody. So based on that sense of security, sense of knowing I have that person, you know what I'm saying? But again, a hypothetical question that you're asking me, I'm sure probably, but I'm saying if it was to happen, then hypothetically speaking, I probably would accept them back just because I value that security in that safe space.
All right, now let me flip. Hold on, I gotta flip the question now. If you cheated on the person, would you expect for them to take you back?
depending on our relationship, if we're both on the same page with that, with my synopsis, I would expect them to, but not everybody is the same type of person as I am. I think I'm very forgiving.
Hmm.
So hopefully my partner that I have is a forgiving person. But I know hypothetically speaking, I would never cheat.
Can I interject now?
Yeah.
You said because of history, right? You said the history you
Hello?
have
Can
plays
y'all
a
hear
part.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said the history that you has plays a
Yeah,
part.
just a history of, yeah, because I feel as though, like, if I actually accept this person, and again, it depends on the actual hit. Like, it depends on the person. Like, if we have a long term relationship, or what I'm saying, like short term, not short term, but like if it's been what, a couple months in, you know, I,
Can I interject to your history comment?
yeah.
Okay, give me a second.
Fuck history. Oh, that's right. Fuck history.
Let me play
That
that
fuck
one more time.
history.
Let me play that time. Let me play that one more time.
See what I mean? Fuck history. Oh, that's right. Fuck history.
Yeah, fuck history.
I Mr.
Okay, yeah. Um,
Damn, police out here,
because
go.
oh, yeah, absolutely. The only thing I would tell you is it's usually the people who are the most. I'm not saying being forgiven is a bad thing, but being naive is another. You know, there if a person is willing to cheat on you, there is no security. There's no real there's not the security that you honestly need. And unfortunately, a lot of people, and I'll say this, a lot of women do will go back to a man who cheats based on what the lifestyle is like. Maybe that security is what people will look for, but you never find any true happiness that way. And if you are if you are a person who is on the same playing field, if you're on the same playing field as your partner, and it ain't about what the lifestyle is like, and you're trying to build a lifestyle together, and that person devalues the commitment, man, woman, or whatever, they devalue your relationship to step out and do that. Well, to that, I have to say this one more time.
Telling me this. See what I mean? Fuck history. Oh, that's right. Fuck history.
Yeah, I got to say that. I got to say that one more time because the thing is, see, I'm not trying to be funny, Talia. The way that you describe that, while very noble and honorable, you probably would be setting yourself up for the same thing to happen again. And I'm not saying
And
that there's
I
nothing
can
wrong.
agree with that.
And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with trying to work it out. I'm telling you this from experience. I tried. You know what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
tried. I tried to work it out, and I had my own reasons. And for whatever and I'm not gonna go into detail, but it didn't it didn't pan out the way we wanted it to. See, I had to explain this. You remember our boy? I'm not gonna say no names, but you remember, one of my homeboys from the old mortgage crew, my boy with the pot belly.
His name
You
started with
know
an
him?
E.
Yeah, yeah. I had to tell
Yeah.
my homeboy who was going through a similar situation, what I'm saying, with his female at the time, and he just swore up and down everything was going to work itself out. It work itself out. I'm gonna say my prayers. I'm gonna let God handle it. And what sometimes people fail to realize because they're so
What the fuck am
emotionally,
I doing?
huh?
I'm sorry. I'm driving like I'm drunk because I'm tired. My bad.
Yeah, no, don't get pulled now. If you get pulled, keep us on. Definitely keep us on. Make sure there ain't no fuck shit going on. Keep us on and turn your camera on too, so we can see the motherfuckers. But you know, I was telling my nigga, you know, because some people are so emotionally invested that you realize when the ship is sinking and you're saying your prayers, but what you don't understand is that your prayers have been answered. You're just not accepting the answer.
Yep. Yep. I had to
Yeah.
realize that. I had to realize that myself.
But the dating pool is so trash. So it's just like, fuck. I would say what I can get. I'm just joking. I joke.
Hey, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of truth in that joke, though. I mean, you know, because and it's harder and harder to date because you know I was telling P Dot this earlier when he first came on the show. The shit like social media, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, uh, fucking Snapchat, OnlyFans, all of that shit is designed to to cause chaos in relations. All that shit is designed to divide relationships.
And I think it's mostly black people.
Yep. 100%.
You don't see white people arguing on podcasts 50-50 or yeah. It's always black people talking about the topic and
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
because the white people keep that shit under wraps. Oh, they go through the same shit. They just keep it under wraps. Trust me when I tell you. They go through the same shit. They just don't broadcast it. They don't broadcast it. That's why you don't hear about that shit.
I believe you.
And I tell you what, a upper class white family, that's when you may fuck around and find somebody dead if they leave because of some dumb shit like that, because they take that shit as a social stab in the heart. They would feel embarrassed, they would feel ashamed. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, they not playing them games. See, a lot of white people look at stuff different than we do. You know, that's why you'll see a white person get married at 18 years old and fucking stay married. And I'm like, I'm amazed by that shit.
Me
Because they've
too.
been,
You still a baby at that age.
but see, their parents, a lot of their parents have taught them, bless you. A lot of their
Thank you.
parents have taught them that when you find a partner, a companion, stick with it.
But contrary to that, they have an actual book that they teach their kids step by step on how to be how to be like a man or how to be a woman. Like there's an actual book that white people use to raise their sons on how to be a man. It tells you step by step what to do as a man, like from a teenager up.
And at the age of 12, you're gonna take this rifle and you're gonna get your first kill. I ain't bull. That may sound funny, but I ain't bullshitting.
Nah, like that's a real book. It's a real book that they use. We don't use it, but they do.
Because, like I said, their parents teach them that when you get a certain age, if you can get somebody early for survival, get somebody early for survival. Now, not everybody operates that way, but I know a lot of people who do. And I know a lot of people in the Caucasian community who do. And the social media stuff, a lot of white couples, they're not broadcasting it. Now, if you see a chick posting picture after picture after picture, that may be different. They may either be single or whatever. I mean, and this is what makes a lot of this is what pisses off a lot of Caucasian million and billionaires is because they're young, they're this generation of Caucasian females have fallen into the same social media trap that everybody else has.
Mm-hmm.
So, or either the fucking the gay agenda. I mean, fuck it, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. The fucking gay agenda. Which I mean, I don't have a problem with your preferences once you're an adult. My problem is pushing that shit, trying to push that shit on children. That's my issue. So, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But you said so, Talia. You said that if, I mean, yeah, I would just encourage you just to be careful. Just be
Yeah, but
careful.
I don't know. That's if the time come. I don't know. I'm 27. I'm kind of hopeless as far as relations and relationships, and it's just oof.
You a hopeless romantic?
Mm.
I guess I don't think it'll really. I don't foresee it. Like this dating pool is like I don't know. It's got sewer water in it. It
Oh,
has
that's the water.
all types of shit in it. It's just
Well,
not
then you need to
really.
then what I would do, little sis, is just change your preference of who you're looking at.
It's not even the
Mm-hmm.
preference. It's I allow men to talk to me, but I'm just like, for what? What the hold up? What the hell am I? Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. I need to get some sleep because when I'm tired, I just can't fucking drive. I got cussed out today by this grown man. They didn't turn their habits on. So they're like,
Next time you get cussed out by a grown man, you should ask him, "What would you do if I cheated on you?"
no, he was road rage cussing me out. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, okay.
So
All right. Well, I know one reason why you came on here, and before we get off, go ahead. Cardi B versus Nicki.
I'm a Nicki fan, so I don't like. I'm not saying like I'm a Nicki fan. Like I'm like OD about Nicki, but I feel like let's be for real. Like Cardi B was talking about how she's gonna outsell. She didn't directly put a name on it, but she did say she was gonna outsell. Outsell who? I mean, Megan only did 77,000, but she did her when she made her album. Nicki Minaj did 200. I think it was 232,000. So Cardi did. I guess they said she did like 200. So she was saying all
Cardi's
of
album
this,
went
right?
platinum.
But Cardi did a lot of cheating tactics, like things that you lower your album to $4 and
They all
99
do.
cents.
That's
Nicki
not
Minaj
cheating.
didn't do
That's
that.
smart. That's
And then
not
she
cheating.
adds
That's smart.
these old ass songs on that album. We all heard the song Up. We all heard the song WAP. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not mad
Well,
at her.
I
I'm just
understand that,
saying
but at the
some of that
same
shit is just
time,
not fair.
no, I understand that, but at the same time, every artist does that who doesn't release an album for a long time. They all will have
But that could have
single
been on
hits.
an EP or a mixtape.
But it wasn't. I mean, it was on like a DJ mixtape. But no, I get what you're saying as far as that goes. But have you listened to Cardi's album?
Like give us some new projects. I heard a couple songs, but I'm not a huge fan of her. Like I don't want to hear the stripper rap. I'm kind of bored of that. Like I actually like I actually like wordplay. I actually like thinking like, damn, hold on, let me rewind that and be like
Mm.
shocked about what the what the rapper says. Like that's what Nicki does for me. Like I'm like, what?
Oh
Like
yeah,
that double entendre. That like that girl is so good with the wordplay.
Nicki
Okay,
is
so
definitely.
I got a question now. So we just gonna go ahead and
Hold
include
on.
Nicki.
What about Nicki?
I said we're gonna just go ahead and include Nicki in this. But who are your top 5 artists?
My top five. Okay, I'm not really a huge rap fan. That's why I don't really care about the rap. You know, I like Nick. I do like Nicki. I grew up on Nicki. I remember as a kid me begging my mother for a Nicki Minaj album when I was in like middle school,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "You need to have certain grades to get it." So I'm not just like, I'm not just saying Nicki because of her, talking shit now. Like that's just who I grew up on. Um, but top five rap, I don't know. I listen to R&B. I'm sorry.
I know
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
Hey, Zach, I know you want me to put you in, Zach, but we only going for five more minutes, my boy, because I got to get up at 6 o'clock. I got to get up at like 6:30 in the morning. We've been on here for 3 hours, but okay. See, that's what I'm talking about, little sis. R&B.
Come. Go
That's
potty.
that's what I'm talking about.
Go potty, mamas.
But honestly, I think Nicki, of course, is a superior lyricist. My thing is just that there's no need to hate on each other. Y'all could both do a tour and it could break records.
Yep. That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Go pee pee. Yeah, definitely
You know,
R&B.
because but this is an issue I have with Nicki though. With Nicki, every time another female rapper elevates, she throws venom at him. Like, don't like you're not gonna be on top forever. And the thing about it is, Lil Kim said this on the Breakfast Club like 13, 14 years ago. Said that about Nicki, that she has a attitude that she wants to be the only person up there, and she throws venom at other rappers. And it's not just with Cardi. She's done that with Lotto. She's done that with Meg, Glorilla. So I'm like with Nicki, like for one, I said this before you guys got on here. With Nicki, you've been out since all of these other rappers that I just named was in high school or lower. So it's like, you should be the old. I mean, it's what you are. You're the OG now. You're the OG now. It doesn't mean nobody's trying to replace you, but you're the OG when it comes to female rappers that's in the game. I wouldn't hate that. I would embrace that because you can make double the money if you embraced it with these chicks being on tracks, being on tour. I told my brother that Nicki, Cardi, Glorilla, Meg, and Lotto should do one big tour together and call it the Get Hard Tour. Because I'd go. But I mean, and the thing is, Cardi is killing it right now. She is. It's just what it is. I've heard most of her album. That shit, I like that shit. That shit is fuck. That shit is. I mean, you can tell that a lot of that album is coming from a place of hurt. It is, but I like that shit. But Nicki's project comes out in March, so in March you're gonna have your time. You're gonna have your time to shine. For the next 6 months, Cardi's album is killing the game. Cardi's album is killing the game. Like I said, I listened to the majority of that album. That fucking shit is good.
And I can agree that Nicki is kind of like making her legacy look a little messy.
Yeah,
I can definitely
like
agree with everybody.
And there's no need to do that.
It's
no need to do that. You're too great of an artist to do that to yourself just because somebody else is popping right now. And it's not like Cardi is new to the game. Cardi been popping for damn near a decade herself.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi's been popping. When her debut album came out in 2017, she was on Love and Hip Hop in 2015?
Something like that.
So she's been popping for about 10 years herself. But she ain't throwing shade and shots at everybody outside of JT from City Girls. Which if I was Cardi, I wouldn't waste my time with JT from City Girls. And I'm not saying that
JT made it this. It was kind of hard too. So
JT got some songs, but when it comes to actual rapping and spitting, she ain't on Cardi's level, and she damn sure ain't on Nicki level. The only person that I could see lyrically, well, look, Rhapsody is better than them lyrically, both of them. And what's the chick name? Doechii. Doechii is a fucking beast with it. Doechii is a beast. Even though I lost mad respect for her when she said if she meets a straight black man, that's a red flag. That's the most ignorant shit I've ever heard somebody say.
Maybe she like
But it's
bisexual men. Shit.
so, but a red, what? A straight black
That's what
man is a red flag for you? For that comment, kill yourself on
she's
that
probably
comment.
just saying that for clickbait.
Whatever. Ignorant.
Word.
Ignorant. It's stupid. Driving narrative. That makes me think Plant. Dolce's too great of an artist for that shit. Just like Nicki is too great of an artist to be hating on other people when they elevate, because it's gonna happen. You know, you can, I mean, now look, you can rap as long as you want to, but other artists are gonna come up. There are other artists who are going to come up and get more shine. And over the last 5 years, it's been some shitter female rappers. I'm not gonna say Sexy Red because that bitch is just stupid. But it's been other female rappers who have come up and have gotten that, and it's gonna happen.
But see, I think also what Nicki is doing, I think that's a tactic because you got to think about it. Remember back when Kanye and 50 was going at it,
Mm-hmm.
when they both dropped the album at the same time. I think that's all it really is Nicki is just trying to hype up the situation so when her album come out, she could get more people on listening to hers.
I get
Because
I get that, but the album doesn't come out for another 6 months, and timing is everything. Like Cardi's album dropped in September. We still got to get through Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, and Valentine's Day. Then Nicki shit's dropped. Ain't nobody gonna be thinking about no dumbass beef.
Patrick's Day too.
Yeah, exactly. Like ain't nobody gonna be thinking about that dumbass shit. But then it's gonna be too much other shit for people to be doing and thinking about. People are just gonna be a true Nicki fan is just gonna be excited that she's coming out with a new album, not because she got beef with fucking Cardi. You know, I mean, and again, and Cardi is still gonna have singles out, new singles out from her album that's gonna be hot when Nicki's album drops. It's just part of the game. It's just part of the game. No need to hate. Participate. Do a tour. Get some money. Final topic before we get out of here because I'm sleepy. Got that Diddy. What do y'all think about Diddy?
I didn't even know
4
he was
years
still
isn't enough.
You know he got sentenced today.
Oh, he did. I don't pay attention to Diddy news.
I don't think 4 years is enough, but hey, I don't really care for Diddy. He is gonna eventually get, most of his karma. So
I don't disagree with you. I don't think 4 years was enough, but you know what?
I think they should have gave him at least like 10.
That's what I thought. I thought he was going to at least catch a decade because what happens is while the sentencing is is 4 years, once that's over with, he will have served
at least 2 of them.
He will have served about a year and a half. So it'll be over 5. But you know what? They're still trying to build up more cases against Diddy. Diddy ain't leaving. They don't want Diddy to leave. They don't want Diddy to leave. That's just what it is. They don't want Diddy to leave because Diddy has too much information, and they know that if and when he gets out, that shit, he's trying to say all the right shit so he can get released. The fact that that's not working is only going to enrage if he ever gets out, what he's going to have to say and what he's going to drop. I mean, I agree with you, Talia. I don't think that's enough time. I think they should at least sentence him to a decade. But let's be real. In 2029, who's going to give a fuck?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
He's gonna be like Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In 2029, who's really going to give a fuck?
Another Bill Cosby, another
R. Kelly.
Hey, watch your mouth about Bill Cosby now. I still don't believe that shit.
Another R. Kelly.
Why you think they're in prison trying to kill R. Kelly? He know too much. And they trying to take his catalog.
They've been trying to take his catalog, though.
Exactly. You know how much his catalog is worth?
Mm.
How
500
much?
million.
Mm.
Damn.
Yeah,
That motherfucker got some hits.
that's the king. He the king.
But that's crazy though, because this nigga got so many hits, but he can't read or write.
Exactly. And that's what R. Kelly is trying to take to court. The fact that they knew that he was illiterate. And if you're illiterate, they're not supposed. That's pretty much that's in the same genre of stealing. If you're stealing, if you're doing that from somebody to somebody who you know is illiterate, it's documented that he's illiterate.
How is he
That's
illiterate?
that's not a diss. That's documented that he literally he can't read.
Yeah, he can't read.
So how do you know how to do all that music shit?
That's a gift. No, I'm serious. He literally he can't read.
Yeah, he can't read. He
That's
never learned
crazy.
how to read.
He never learned how to read. All of those songs, all of those piano notes and stuff like that, that's self-taught.
My dog. I came home to my dog throwing up everywhere.
I'm sorry. All right, well, I'm gonna get up out of here because yeah, it's about to be midnight. I hate having to get up this damn early on a Saturday, but you know, like
Come on, puppy. Let's go
I'm
to sleep.
gonna say this: it's niggas. I'm gonna tell you, niggas don't bother me Sunday morning. They don't bother me until 1 o'clock when that Broncos and Eagles game comes on.
Are you a Bronco fan? Oh yeah, you are. A die-hard one. A die-hard.
Motherfucking right I am.
You gotta go to Colorado one day.
Look. I'm trying to, and I know you've been. That's one of the when I get old goals. It's not just go. I'm trying to move to Colorado Springs in about the next 25 years.
Damn, move.
Mm-hmm.
That shit high.
I heard. That's all
I don't think
right.
you want to move there. Shit.
Hopefully, I'll have the
Come
dough
on,
to get
puppy.
there. Within the next 25 years, my kids will be grown. You know, shit. I already got a high schooler now. The fuck. Yeah. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna thug it out with this bus because they treat us great. I'm gonna thug it out with this bus for a number of years, and then when I'm done, I would like to set my sails to Colorado Springs, Colorado.
You got this.
That's right.
Sound like a plan.
All right, what's the next topic for next Friday?
I don't know yet. I'll definitely let you know.
All right,
I don't
keep
know.
me
We'll
posted.
see. We gotta see what goes on during the week.
All righty.
All right. So I'll catch up to y'all.
Peace.
All right, folk.
All right.
All right, folk.
All right.
Have a
Later.
blessed night, everybody.
Yes.
You
You
too.
too, baby. You too. All right.
We out.
We out. And with that, I'm going to say, see y'all Sunday. Y'all know the Sports Plus Life post-game show will be Sunday at 7:45 p.m. It's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. I'm out this bit. Peace. Love you. See you on Sunday. And the Broncos are going to win, goddammit.